Doom, 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 doom.
Hey.
Doom, doom, doom.
Hey.
Doom, doom, doom.
Nigga.
Bitch, who do you love?
Bitch,
Yo,
who do you love?
We in here, season finale. You already know what time it is.
Word.
Miseducated
Yeah.
podcast. I'm with the homies.
Episode 10, everybody. Miseducated podcast season finale.
Gang shit.
It's been a
I'm
long
begging
road.
you,
bro.
please come home. No one even begs anymore. Hey, you know what? That
They
fucking
just DM you.
Fucking
You know-
Corey back over here.
Bro,
I'm
Cori has
begging
been
you,
waiting.
please. I'm begging you, please come home. No
No,
one even
no, don't-
begs
don't-
anymore.
Don't father stretch your hands us, bro. We're not joining into this bullshit, nigga.
Yo, no, that's real though.
What?
Anderson really, he was speaking to me, man, because nigga done had to beg a little bit. So hey, everybody done begged.
You was begging for cheeks?
You gotta, you gotta goddamn
Now, was
do
you
what
like
you gotta
hands and
do.
knees begging?
You said what?
Pause. Was you hands and knees begging?
A little Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Was you kissing toes?
Yeah, no, that's the toe man right there. Hey, OCD.
Orange County Dave.
Orange County
licking
Dave.
toes for some ass.
Hey, whoa.
No.
My man just pull up to bitches in the middle of the street and lick their toes.
Toes.
No.
Toes
Let me
before
beat.
bros.
Let me
No,
beat.
listen.
Yo.
I'm a much better man than that. If I walk up to you on the street and your toes are out, I'm gonna ask where you're
That was Jack
going.
Daniels,
then I'm
by
gonna
the way.
suck your toes. I don't just suck them out. on the
My
street.
man.
That's just
He-
disgusting.
So you gonna wait till she get to her establishment?
Yeah, and I'm,
And
of
then-
course, consensual. Like, yo, let me come to the
Okay,
crib.
no,
suck
yeah,
your
consent
toes,
first,
you know
of
what I mean?
course.
Wait, do you need consent to?
We're
suck
consent
toes?
niggas over here.
Yeah, you.
They need
Imagine
to-
if you didn't, bro. Like somebody
They will
just
get us outta
paused,
here.
or somebody just came up and just started sucking your toes. Like, you gonna be cool with that?
That's crazy to think about. Like, you need consent to suck toes?
Yes.
Have you've never gotten consent to suck toes?
How you gonna accidentally suck toes? Of course
No, you
need
just put.
consent.
No,
That's
you
what
just
I'm
no,
thinking,
you just
bro.
pull up while they walking with their toes on. You just lick on their toes.
Nah,
I
bro. That's
don't
not how
know
it works.
about
You
all
gotta, like, there's gotta be some type of conversation first. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
only time it's acceptable for like a big toe to accidentally slide in your mouth
Hey.
is when you know what I'm saying, she on her back and you taking them panties off real quick and that foot come up and that joint almost smack you in the mouth.
Facts.
And then
You know what?
or she a little
That's right.
shorter, and you
know
doing
what I'm saying?
missionary,
But
and like
you
her
don't-
her feet is just
It's
everywhere,
good
and
to
you just
suck on.
like,
It's good to suck on toes while you playing in pussy too. Like you do both.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
swear. I promise you, Logan.
Wait.
If you sucking on toes and playing in
How
pussy
short
at the
is she,
same
and
time,
how long is your arms that you're able to do this?
you can do, I mean, just make her, bend her knees a little bit. Suck the toes, play in the pussy, and I
That-
promise you.
Y'all
Whenever I ever
niggas
give you
love-
niggas
Don't
some
promise me
bad
anything.
info,
Don't promise
whenever I ever
anything.
give you niggas bad information, ever.
Bro, we have 10 episodes worth of bad information from Kowboy
Y'all
Korey.
love too many previews. Get
Yo!
straight to the film.
That's it.
Sucking
That
on
nigga
those
said-
toes.
I'm a full-time
Fuck the
student at
break.
Scoundrel
Fucking-
University, so
Oh, wow.
Scoundrel U, where the president is.
Aha.
Hey,
Well,
Kev
you know,
is the president.
I founded this university many years ago. I was just a young lad who dropped out of a
Scoundrel
lot
U.
of.
That's actually the university I'm hoping to transfer to. After I
Scoundrel
get
U?
out of my-
Scoundrel U?
Yeah,
Scoundrel U?
Yeah, that's where I'm going to get my anthropology degree
Well, we'll
from.
see. I'm gonna see.
What's
about
the
your-
mascot? The Scoundrel University Scoundrels, goddamn.
Yeah,
This is Scoundrels,
bro.
Scoundrels.
And yo, low key, I heard I might be able to walk onto the football team. So.
Man, say,
Uh-huh.
might be
Hey,
wrong.
you know what the school
No,
song
wait, hold on.
is?
Why you took a long time to answer that? You looked at me like, real like, I don't know if we need this nigga on the team. Maybe if we need another water boy or something.
Water boy. What you got, Kev? You
He
said,
gonna be the weed
what
man
you
for the
say?
team. He gonna be the
Hey,
weed
I'm
man for the
down,
team.
bro.
No, Kev, what
He just gonna carry the blunt and the helmet.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget the lighter though. Somebody else bring a lighter.
this nigga don't ever have a lighter.
Yo.
What you say, Kev? What's the theme song for Scoundrel University? What's the fight song?
What's that joint called? Why must I chase the cat, but ain't nothing but the dog in me.
Why must I feel like that? Why
So
must dog chase
is that
the
what the
cat?
graduates at Scoundrel University sing at graduation day?
Is it all male school too? I'm not sure.
All right, so
Pause?
basically,
It
when
can't-
you
it can't
when
be
you
an
get to
all-male
Scoundrel
school.
University,
Please
you have a
don't let it be all.
lowercase s. You don't even have the CS, just strictly a lowercase s.
Okay.
When you graduate, you will have the full capital S and the scoundrel to go with it. You will earn your stripes.
Fucking right.
Okay.
You know,
That is, like,
and you were
amazing.
able. We want you to come in as a boy
Scoundrel
and
you.
come out as a man.
Or as a girl.
And what are some of the courses that you take at Scoundrel University?
Well, you know, you could take anatomy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could definitely want to fix your credit score.
Can I take my favorite class?
What's yours?
Skullduggery 101.
Yes, sir.
Skullduggery 101.
Skullduggery 101 is for an exceptional scholar.
And you know what? You know what?
Students who excel.
Can I shout out my nigga Kev real quick? He has been insanely humble. He has taught Skullduggery 101 for the last decade.
go.
When I tell you,
There you go.
it's not look. It's not an easy course. Anybody, I haven't taken it.
Is
yet,
Assy an easy course in there?
but,
Some of the like
you teach it,
real,
you
some
tell
of
me.
Yeah, I do
those-
teach. I'm a TA at the Assy eating course. Goddamn.
some of the most like scoundrelous niggas have come out of SU.
What we got? Tristan Thompson?
Tristan Thompson
went to SU.
definitely.
Tristan Thompson went to Scoundrel
He was-
University.
Is Lou Willis?
He graduated.
Did he graduate?
Lou,
He graduated?
graduated
Lou
summa cum
Williams,
laude.
he's a notable alumni.
Definitely
He's a
graduated.
Lou Will is a notable alumni, like Jimmy
Yeah,
said, at Scoundrel.
Yeah, Lou Will was an honor student from what I
Another
know.
one got to be Game. I think Game.
Oh, definitely.
I think Game went
You
there.
know,
Yeah, I
Game
think Game went
definitely
there for
went
sure.
there.
The game, he definitely didn't go to class, but he got his honorary degree.
He got his honorary doctorate.
We got a lot of Ray Doctors.
Honorary doctor.
Sometimes he thought about transferring. He didn't want to be a scoundrel anymore, and then
Yeah.
boop, right the next day he was just back to being a nigga again.
You know
Yeah,
what's
he's being a
interesting?
scoundrel.
Shout out to the game too. Like
Yes, no,
I saw
shout
what
out
you
to
did to
JC
40
on,
Glock,
bro.
and don't come beat my ass. I'm sorry.
Hey, bro, but you know who else went there?
Who's
Cori
that?
Harvey.
Ooh.
Lori Harvey went to
She's
Scoundrel
a
U.
recent graduate.
And
Yeah, she's
what's
a very
Eddie
recent
Murphy's
grad.
wife is she might be.
No, they both.
Oh,
they went
Nicole
together.
Murphy. Yes.
Ex-wife. I mean,
Nicole Murphy in there.
Y'all ever been in college classes with your John? You ever been in the college class with your shorty?
You
That
ever
was Eddie
had
Murphy and
you ever
Nicole
had a
Murphy.
plate of eggs and bacon, and then you threw some applesauce in there, and the applesauce slid over and touched the rest of your food, but you ate it anyway?
Yes.
Wait, why
That's
do you
what-
have applesauce on the same plate as?
Because
I was just going with it, and I was like, yeah, what?
Nigga, what are you, 75?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Sometimes
You are
niggas couldn't
75.
afford an extra side, so you just had to just pour that old Mott's on that
That
plate.
old Mott's. Man, I was in the Mott's today, goddamn.
Oh,
Boy, I was in the Mott's. I went through a whole thing of Mott's.
Yo, you know who's another? You know who's another group of alum from Scoundrel U?
Who's that?
Diddy and all his kids.
Oof, them niggas there.
The fact that Diddy is dating his son's ex.
Diddy's a coach.
That's so, you know what's
They
so
shared
weird
the
about
same
that?
class
Bro.
with Lori.
Bro, but you know
At
what's so
Scoundrel U.
disgusting about that? Like, how many times do you think Diddy was like looking at his son with Lori and was like, "This, you don't know what the fuck you."
That's what I'm saying. Yo, that's some.
If
That's
I-
a,
if I had 10
a lot of
niggas-
scoundrel
when-
activity
That's a lot
going
of
on.
scoundrel.
But does it count if Diddy's son dated her when she was just a young little shorty? Like,
Yes, it
Yes.
counts, bro. What? It counts. That nigga
Yes.
dated
Because it
2
had
days
to-
ago,
because
2 days
Diddy's
from
son
now.
also dated Sweetie. How you say her name?
Ooh, sweetie. My
Sweetie.
lord. I would drink her sweat.
Who, for real?
Sweetie?
That's your type, nigga. That's your type.
That's my type, nigga. That's my type. Sweetie, holla at me. Sweetie.
Sweetie.
Yeah, that song's so hard. I just
yeah.
can't ever sing it. Like,
Yeah, it is hard. Huh?
Hell yeah.
No, you know what? And if you see a niggas at Scoundrel, you know what the bags are that they carrying at Scoundrel. You. The Ralph's
SU.
bag.
Oh, Ralph's
Hey,
bag.
They got the-
Complimentary Ralph's bags
Got
for
24-hour
everybody.
Ralph's on campus.
There you go.
They got the Ralph's bags as the duffel bag.
Woo. There
So
you
so
go.
word to two.
And they got the
duffel
used, they got
bag
the
for
used
it.
Jimmy band if you
Burial
want
bees,
to.
first thing in the morning.
Oh, burial bees start the day off, huh?
Burial
Then they got the
bees.
used Jimmy band if you ever want to, just to recycle the Jimmy hats.
Yo,
Fellas,
Yo, they have that
fellas.
shit on a
Jesus
counter somewhere.
Yo, let's move on.
How y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling alright?
We see how we feeling.
bro.
Can we talk about how
You
it's
already
hot
know.
as a bitch in LA
Yeah,
now?
bro. I'm about
Yes.
to be sweating like a motherfucker.
Gotta sleep in my
Yeah,
skitties.
the last few episodes, Dave has been in here sweating like the
boy
cops are
sweating,
chasing him.
bro.
Like,
It's gonna get
sweating.
worse when I light this blunt, like this bleezy.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna definitely have to like that.
It's
man.
about, I'm
You
about to
gotta-
light in a sec, but I wanted. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Let's hear how everybody else is doing because I had a
know.
question for all y'all. You know what I mean?
what you
Like,
talking, man?
I'm good. I'm
bro.
good,
Speak on
man.
Y'all good? Y'all good
Speak
shit?
on it. What you got?
All right, so we was kind of talking about rap a little bit.
Rap
You know what I
music.
mean?
Nigga
we gotta
music.
touch on, whoa.
It still
all,
is.
All music is nigga music.
That's it. Come on now. Say it one more time.
But,
Say it one more time for the
all music is nigga music.
Hey,
all
man.
nigga music is music.
Hey,
there you go too.
man.
But look,
Hey, man.
I had a question for y'all from one of our viewers actually.
Okay. Listeners, nigga,
last
can't
week,
nobody watch
listeners,
us?
Viewers, niggas watching me, nigga. Fuck you.
OCD.
Whatever, nigga. Nah, we they asked which era of hip hop is better? 1980 to 1999
Okay.
Ooh.
versus 2000 to 2019.
Through now.
Ooh.
20 to
And
2.
I wanted to ask y'all niggas, I want to get your opinions on it. I want to get your opinions on it before I spark this and take another sip. Let me just say briefly my answer. And mind you, this is coming from somebody who I hold 90s hip hop. That 1990 period, like 1990 to 1999, to me,
Yeah.
like it's almost like every year there was like at least 1 month where you just had like 2-3 classes coming out.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So I do hold that 1990s period very, very highly, but I'm gonna say I'm taking the 2000s to 2019 over 1980 to 1999 just because that 1980 to 1989 period, as dope as a lot of niggas were, you had a lot, like, rap was still kind of finding itself. So, like, you had a lot of people was sounding like, not necessarily the same, but, like, shit wasn't necessary. People weren't necessarily trying to push through. That makes sense. Now, compare 1980, to 1989 to 2000 to 2009.
2019, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had people, like, in that 2000 to 2009 period, you got 50 Cent's debut. You got Luda's debut. You got Kanye's debut. You got Common's resurgence. You know what I mean? You got
the Blueprint one.
Bro, you got Blueprint. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got Kid Cudi. You know what I'm saying? Like
Kanye,
you got
Drake. You got
bro. You got niggas.
You got Weezy when Weezy was on that run.
Yeah, bro. You got all three of the Carters. You got, like, it's a lot of shit that you have in that period.
You got mixtape Weezy.
Yeah, and, like, this
my
isn't,
God.
Yeah, bro. And this isn't a shot to any of the niggas that was coming out in the 1980s.
No, not at all.
It, like, these niggas didn't know, like, this was shit that they could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was different. I'm just saying, though, that 2000, like, the way we've seen the genre evolve from 2000 to 2019, like, has any genre evolved like that over the span of 20 years?
In a short amount of time? Nah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, out of every genre of music, the only genre that evolves constantly is actually hip-hop rap. That's the only genre that actually evolves, and I think it was necessary just because you got to look at the predecessor genres, like look at jazz, I guess soul music, funk,
Soul, funk.
disco,
Disco.
just look at shit like that. That's
Definitely disco.
Yeah, look at all that. They never evolved. They never got with the times. They never changed their sound. So therefore, those genres went to shit. And now what does hip hop use now? Hip hop uses all those genres and they incorporate it into their own music now. And to give an answer to the question, I'm going with the 2000 to 2019 era as well. The 1980 to 1999. That was a great time in hip hop and in rap. That was an amazing time.
Yeah,
but
Cash Money was taking over for the 99 and the 2000 around that time.
Yeah, boom. But 2019. That's an amazing time now. Like, there's been so much change. Everything that we've seen, like, just not even music thing, just like the ownership of it too.
No, there's
a lot of guys are more aware. A lot of guys are still getting raped by record labels, and a lot of other guys are watching other guys get raped by the record labels as they own their own shit. So
You know what? And it's funny you say that because I saw Nas just talking about it on the Drink Champs.
Which Nas?
Nasir.
The real Nas.
Jones or Lil Nas X?
Nasir Jones.
When we say Nas,
don't ever get it confused.
Whenever people say Nas, I always get confused.
Don't ever get it confused.
I saw Nas on the Drink Champs with with Nori and them, and he was talking about how it was back in the 90s and stuff with the ownership of their masters and stuff. And whenever Nori had asked him what artist told him no, of course he mentioned the one and only Prince. Of course, he's like, nigga, if you don't own your masters, we're not doing no music together. But nowadays, artists are taking more ownership of their stuff. So, like Jimmy said, if we still talking about it, of course, 2000 to 2019 for sure is that's the era.
Do you guys think though that the only reason, now of course it's an amazing music, it's when we came up, but is it because of just that? Is it because this is our 2 decades that we came up? Do you think that if we would have came up in 1980s to 2000, to 1999, that
definitely has some say so.
Yeah, it does. Because all that music, like Usher 8701, you skip to the Blueprints, you skip to everything that's come out back when Ashanti had her run. There's stuff that there's stuff that really
sound like you're playing Mario.
It did sound like Mario.
Yeah, I know, right? About to rescue the princess.
Shit. Nigga about to beat the brakes off of Bowser.
No, for real though, I agree. Go ahead,
but
Kev.
if we literally came up in that era, we might be riding for it.
Because
that makes some. It got some clout, some sense. It makes sense.
I see what you're saying, but knowing how I am, I probably would have looked at it now and it still would have felt the same way I feel now. Just for the fact that I just feel like music is better now. And a lot of older heads, they won't agree. A lot of older heads, just for the fact that, just look at it this way: older heads is a generation prior to us.
Yes.
They don't even fuck with Kendrick. They don't even fuck with Drake. They don't fuck with fucking J. Cole. And these are guys that are actually out here rapping.
Yeah.
They don't fuck with those guys.
And niggas who are paying homage, too.
Exactly. So it says a lot about how they feel about music. They're not really open-minded. A lot of the generation prior to us, they're not really open-minded at all. So when it comes to anything about music, I don't really listen to one thing the fuck they got to say. I'm going to go listen to shit, and I'm going to make my own opinion off of it.
Yeah, right.
See, if we're talking about, I mean, of course, we're talking about hip-hop music, but the grand scheme of things, if I'm, me being, you know, I love old school music, man. That's the music that raised me. If I'm gonna pick a genre to really focus on, you know, it's gonna be soul, it's gonna be funk, it's gonna be, you know, those genres where in the 80s, in the 90s, and prior to the 80s, those were more dominant. But of course, those are the genres that helped to get hip hop where it is. You know, think about it. Like, what was the first big hip hop song? What was the name of it again? Is Rapper's Delight, right?
Yeah, Rapper's Delight. Yeah,
that's based on a Chic song, and it's disco. And these are genres that help
it was disco hip hop.
Yeah, it's disco hip hop. So. Me, I mean, of course, hip hop 2000 to 2019 is gonna be my genre, gonna be my era. I mean, but if we're talking about music in general, oh man, overall,
that 70s feel good music,
that 70s, that 80s, that 90s, you not,
and that wasn't even my era.
My God,
I learned that from my mother.
I learned that from my mom, my dad, my grandparents, for sure.
But yo, you know what?
And I guess before you go on, Dave, I think that's kind of what Jimmy's point. When you think about the older generation, why they don't really want to dive into the newer generation's music, it's because look at all the music that they have.
Yeah, nah, true. Yeah, that's true.
You know, you got Marvin Gaye releasing albums that like classic after classic after classic. You got early MJ. You got.
You ever I listen to the like 94.7 wave or some shit, and they playing like some old random soul song you ain't never heard in your life.
That most rappers are sampling.
And the shit just sounds crazy.
The Anaheim radio station I never heard 97.1.
Hey, 94.7.
94.7.
That's the Anaheim.
The way. Shout out to 94.7.
Shout out 94.7 for supplying Dave with the tunes.
Yeah, whatever.
In Anaheim.
Yes,
fucking right.
Angel Stadium.
Yeah.
Got him.
My man Dave was out there. He was out there slap boxing Angels fans.
Yeah,
and rapping.
Nah, but yo, I think to answer your question, Kev, two things that I think makes that our period, like the 2000 and 2019 period, better than the older one. And I think even if I did grow up in that older generation, I might prefer the music now. Is rappers now collaborate with each other.
Yes.
That's something they did not do. And with other producers.
Very key.
That's not something a lot of rappers did back in the 90s.
And who started that collaboration with multiple producers?
Shout out to Nas. Yeah, Nas.
Jones. Yeah. He was the first one to really do that.
I've seen shit, I don't agree with this, but I've seen shit where people talk about Illmatic might have ruined hip-hop just because it took the producer.
Shit.
No, because look, the producer and the rapper used to be almost like a band. You know what I mean? It wasn't wasn't like...
it was like a DJ and an MC.
Yeah, but
like
by Nas doing it like that, it became more of a like two different people trying to do business.
And that's because that's how they saw, you know, the artists that they grew up, you know, Nas and Jay-Z, their favorite artists are, that's how they saw it. They see, you know,
Queens did it first.
Yeah, they see them going into the studio with, you know, with, like you just said, a band. And that's who produces the whole album, you know what I mean?
No,
versus
it's the opposite,
them.
actually.
So, what?
They see now, oh, you can go into the studio by yourself.
No, I'm talking about back then. That's how they used to. Yeah. That's
so
how they used to.
A lot of these people, So I'm saying, even though if I would have seen it like that, I think I would have preferred shit like Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Only Built for Cuban Links. You know what I mean? There's a lot of albums I love that have, even Reasonable Doubt, like, there's a lot of albums I love that have, like, different songs. As much as I love albums like fucking Doggy Style. That's all one producer. The other big thing that I think prevents a lot of these older people from kind of fucking with our generation, and I think I might fuck with this generation more, is the amount of the music that we have, the way we're able to consume it, and just how quickly we're able to get it. Because if you look back in the day, niggas had to get the vinyl, and it had to be mixed a certain way. It had to even sound a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people didn't think rap was going to go too far, because it's like, y'all taking older shit.
If you listen to a lot of the older rap albums from the 90s, they're terribly mixed and mastered.
Oh boy, aren't they? That's why they have to remaster them,
bro.
Like one album, and I love the album, you brought it up, Only Built for Cuban Links is terrible. It's terribly mixed.
Terribly mixed. Amazing album.
That shit sounds
atrocious freshly mixed, bro.
But they got like now, especially now in this era, where you have all this technology to be able to do it.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure RZA has the file somewhere.
Bro.
Yo, I'm sure. Yeah.
If RZA remastered that shit, that shit was
the 25th and
they are
next year.
And
I think it's next year, the 25th year anniversary.
It might be, yeah.
They should remaster the whole shit and just put it back out. Like they got to do that because a lot of those albums back in the day, they were great vocally.
Yes.
But sonically, they wasn't really there.
They haven't remastered Only Built for Cuban Links
No,
yet?
they haven't remastered any of those old albums because every album up until like
what's that?
It's actually crazy. If they would have remastered it the same time they dropped all the Snow Beach shit, I think that shit would have just been amazing. It was already amazing, but if it would have did that
I feel
too,
you.
that would have been perfect. Like they got to learn how to be smart. But yeah, all of that stuff, I loved all of that stuff.
And it's crazy because we were just having a conversation in the car on the way over here, and when we talk about like vinyls and music like that, the music from that 1980 through, depending on the genre, of course, because when hip hop came out, when hip hop really started to become more of a pop genre, it really kind of started, like in the 90s. Really, that's where I started to see it started to come.
because that was when niggas was investing the most amount of money.
That was when niggas. That's when it was really starting to kind of cross over more
like
into
$1 million videos.
If we're being real now,
what you got?
This is like a whole nother thing here, like how politics work amongst musicians and record label politics as usual. Shout out Jay-Z. It's just
we in the house.
The pop genre. That's not really a genre. Pop isn't really a genre.
No,
it's just popular music. But the way that people separate it to monetize off of it, they name it pop music.
Yeah.
Just to give it a different name, to be able to, like for example, when a black artist crosses
to be able
over,
to keep a black
in order for a black artist to be considered successful or to make any kind of money, they have to cross over into pop. No, there's no crossing over into pop. Listen, you dumb motherfuckers. Hip hop and rap is pop.
Say it again.
That shit.
Music.
We are pop culture.
Damn right.
We are popular culture. You are the ones that's still trying to fit in with us. You're the ones that's still following everything that we do, dressing like us, acting like us, rapping like us, doing everything that you can to be like us.
Yep.
But you still own a lot of the corporations and everything for our people to be able to work in it still be able to be on your level, like money.
Because think about it. When Michael Jackson was, he is the king of pop still. That's what we always going to consider him that. But if Michael Jackson's music from the the late 70s, 80s, early 90s, well 90s maybe, but the 70s and 80s, you would if that music were to come out today, they would probably just throw it in the soul category, the R&B category. They wouldn't put it in pop music category, even though that was popular music, and it would still be popular music today.
Yeah, it would.
So I have another question for y'all.
Okay. Oh, come on.
When did this pop genre actually start?
Ooh,
when did it
technically the pop genre? It's been around since the 40s, 50s.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been around.
But jazz used to be considered pop music too.
But was the genre even a thing back then? Because it could have been popular music, but was it really incorporated as an actual genre like it is now? Like it's an actual thing
that's now an actual genre,
to add tiers.
Right. So you know what I think? I think I want to say, and of course, Miseducated podcast.
That's it.
Come on, say that. Could be right, could
be
wrong.
We always reiterate the name.
Like, just
might be saying something wrong.
That shit might be wrong, but
I promise you, the way I'm about to say this shit, y'all gonna think, oh, this nigga definitely knows. Nah, motherfucking. I'm pretty positive the billboards started tracking the top records in the country as opposed to just individual genres. And when you started seeing certain songs becoming popular, like certain kinds of songs becoming popular, then it became that's pop. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think happened. And then so when it became that, and it was like record labels learned how to capitalize on it, then you start getting some of these people that actually were in these bands or involved with these bands or did something to help these bands come up. And then it's like, okay, you find the next version of this or the next sort of big thing. Yeah. And then it sort of just became a cycle. And then you started having like certain people in the only certain people in the room or only certain kinds of people in the room. You know what I mean?
Say that again.
So then it sort of became a thing because even if you look at a lot of like honestly, if imagine if Eric B and Rakim had the technology we have today. You know what I'm saying?
Just drink it out the bottle, bro. Fuck it.
Is that the type of time we on today?
This is what we on.
Yo,
Straight out the
did
bottom.
we already mention what episode this was? I'm
that the type of time?
Episode 10. This is
Not even episode 10. Nigga. This
10, the
is
season finale?
This is the finale, nigga.
You might have,
Just
go ahead and hit it to the
straight out the
head.
bottom,
We all
nigga.
gonna hit it to the head.
Take it to the head.
Fuck it.
Pause.
Pause, OD. But another thing, I wanted to mention that to the pop genre shit. I think it started with NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, and Britney Spears.
You think that's when it started?
I think that's when it started.
That's when it started to really become
That's
more
when I
of its
think-
own genre?
Yes, that's when I think it was.
More of its own genre.
Because just think about prior to that, when did Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and Britney Spears debut? Like in what was it,
Late
90s?
95, 96. Really, technically, some of them were more around in like the 95, 96 era.
I
but
thought
it was
they were
like,
on Mickey Mouse
It was like
Clubhouse.
97, 98 when niggas started to become like
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say,
okay,
yeah.
so now,
phenoms.
Y'all seen this video with Ryan Gosling and Justin Timberlake singing the
Yeah,
Jodeci
on the
song?
Mickey Mouse Club. Yeah.
So now I'm gonna create a timeline here.
Okay.
If there was 1997, 98 when those
That's when they started
when
to,
those
yeah.
three
Okay.
groups artists came out.
Yeah.
Prior to that, hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
What was considered a pop song?
Prior to that, sheesh.
Prior to that, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Really, if you really think, so who would you probably like if you think about hip hop music, like really crossing over into like more of the pop mainstream? You would probably kind of get that
I
more
got a
to
hot
Diddy.
take for the
Diddy.
first
Sound like
song.
you got the conspiracy do rag.
I got the conspiracy do rag
Let's do
on.
it.
Yeah.
I think the
Fuck
first
it.
song to cross over, well, not cross over, but the first artist to try and cross over into that pop genre
Yeah.
with Britney, Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC. I'm gonna say Jay-Z.
I can see that.
With Hard
I
Knock
agree.
Life with the
I
Andy
was just
sample.
gonna say, yeah.
Woo,
Because
boy.
honestly,
With the
after
Andy
that-
sample, he
because
got the
after
little white
that
girl
record-
voice singing on that shit.
So we
No.
specifically talking about when hip hop did it, or we talking about when it first kind of was introduced?
No.
no,
When
no.
somebody from hip hop attempted to do
to
it.
cross over.
Yes.
Like it wasn't
Okay.
like something like MC Hammer where I don't think MC Hammer was in a booth and her was
Because Michael
doing Can't
Jackson
Touch
fans
This.
is loading up their pitchforks.
Yeah, we gonna be good.
Oh well, we already talked. we already talked
We
about
gonna be
MJ.
alright. I ain't scared of Prince fans. I ain't scared of Michael Jackson fans.
Whoa.
We ain't gonna be straight.
Whoa,
He
see,
said
we're
the
not gonna
B
do
word.
that.
Somebody said the
We're not-
B word.
See,
Shout out to
look.
Prince though. Shout out to Prince. But
Shout out
listen.
to him.
I think it was then just because if you look at that album by Jay-Z, no album by Jay-Z is done that well worldwide.
That is his
You know
most
what I mean?
that is
That's
his
his
most successful
best,
album.
most successful album. After that, he became pretty much a household name. And after that, if you look at a lot of the collaborations, he's doing a lot of the songs. He's working on people.
That
He's
Linkin
working-
Park collab really also kind of got him.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's
So-
starting to work with the right people at the
So
right time.
can we say that Jay-Z was possibly the first rapper to try and that he saw it early? He caught on to it early. He caught on to the act early.
He knew it.
and tried to latch onto it right away and get with the program.
Yeah.
Because now when
I think he did even said something like that before in the past. He's like, we're more hip hop music. I know Jay-Z has said something along the lines that
Yeah.
hip hop music is more than just hip hop music. It's also pop music. So
Yeah.
that's when he made Hard Knock Life, and when he cleared the sample. It's crazy. Y'all know how he cleared the sample. He had
he wrote that fake ass
Yeah.
letter?
but once
I don't know. For the listeners and me, how did he clear the sample?
You don't know
what you
Oh,
got?
okay,
I know that I like the historian Dave when he
Bro.
breaks certain things down. What you got?
So
Break it down.
Jigga, so of course they got Volume 2. Of course y'all know what happened with Volume 1. You know what I mean? They tried to
because
drop.
he was gonna get
Yeah.
dropped after Volume 1.
Volume
Exactly.
one,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was gonna get dropped.
Volume 1 was not like it didn't do as well as it needed to do. Jay-Z pretty much he wasn't Jay-Z on the album in more than a few songs. I don't think Volume 1 was necessarily bad, but I get what people saying when you listen to his whole discography.
Yeah.
Anyways, move on to Volume 2. Volume 2, they have I forget who had the beat originally, but whoever the producer was plays Jay-Z the beat. Of course, Jay-Z does his song, and they realize after this is like 96, 97. No,
Right.
I'm sorry, 98.
98 Volume 2 dropped
98.
98. So this is 97, 98. They realize they're not going to clear the sample. You know what I mean? A lot of people at this point have been sued. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be an issue. And on top of that, this is Annie Hard Knock Life.
Right.
So Jay-Z writes a letter to the person who composed the song. Goes like, hey, like, I'm a rapper, signed to this, that, and the third label. And I just wanted to let you know, like, I got this song, and it's kind of about my life, and like, we're sampling the song that you made. You know what I mean?
Right,
and,
right.
The reason this song means so much to me, and it's about my life, is because when I was a kid, like one of the only field trips I ever went on was to go see Annie, and it like changed my life. It made me want to be a performer today. You know what I mean? Like really laid it on it, just let her know this whole story. And
Scoundrel University,
bruh. And
Shout
so
out
this
Jigga
nigga, bruh. And so of course they cleared a sample for her. However much, I don't know if they ever said how much the sample was.
I can't remember how
It had
much
to
it
be
was.
a pretty penny there, man.
I mean, it had to be a pretty penny, but honestly, it might not have been enough. Like they might have got
But you know,
lowball
and
for
then,
the sample.
but now
Truthfully.
didn't he make it to where what did Nip say in that one interview? He made it to now where all rappers can use the hard knock. I mean, not the anti sample essentially.
Yeah. So
Which is
of
amazing.
course they cleared the sample, and
so
then
the
he's
sample
able to
got
put the-
cleared for all the hip hop, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Because I mean, Jay-Z used it now, so it's like, all right,
And since it was so successful, I don't see why not. Okay,
yeah.
that makes a lot of
and
sense.
you know what? Like it's one of those things where it's like he paved the way for people because even at that time he was still a gritty rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like it's not like now.
Yeah,
He's
to this
like,
day, Volume 2 is my favorite Jay-Z album.
Yeah.
right?
It's my favorite one.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
didn't he basically say that they have to come through him now? Like basically,
Yes.
he owns it in that.
In
wild?
essence,
Yeah.
which you already
And
know
not
he gonna
saying
give you
that-
the green light.
Yeah.
Give me the green light.
Oh,
Give me just
ready to
one
go
night.
right now.
I'm ready to go right
Yeah,
now.
that Andre verse is dope.
I'm ready to go right now. Give me the green light.
That was his last like hit. Had to be.
Who, John Legend?
What?
No, he had that.
Andre 3000. You know?
Oh,
Andre?
I was going to say John Legend. Like,
I
whoa.
was about to say,
Come on,
this
my
nigga-
brother,
America
you-
was about to come after me.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to be like, this nigga literally
Man, you
had
about to
a
have
hit,
all the
like,
Neo Soul sisters come over here and
nigga won an
stab you.
Oscar since that song came
Niggas
out.
finna
What
come
the
in with
hell?
incense. Get the burning, niggas.
Those
They
niggas
gonna
I'm
light you
scared
up with
of.
incense.
The Michael Jackson and Prince fans will
They're
hurt
gonna
me.
come through with all the oils. They gonna pour all the oils
Them
on
niggas
and
gonna
light
wait
them on
for
fire.
Nigga gonna lather you
Kim
up.
is gonna show up.
Nigga, Kim is finna show up. Kim outside. Ready to sing you under the tree, goddamn.
Yo, that shit must be crazy getting lit up by incense. That's insane. You get all the oils poured on you, and then you just get lit up. Fucking crazy.
That's absolutely wild. I cannot believe.
So the general
Alright.
consensus we have here is that, of course,
Yes.
to answer the first question from the listeners, that we all agreed at 2000.
And shout out to
2019.
that's my boy Hugo. He asked that question.
Yeah, shout
Okay,
out
shout out
Hugo.
to
Yeah,
Hugo.
shout out Hugo,
Shout out
man.
Hugo.
Shout
DJ
out Hugo.
Juicebox.
DJ Juicebox.
He's
yeah.
actually, he
Yeah,
actually
Juicebox.
is a DJ in the Fresno area.
I was about to say,
For a
I thought
radio
he was up
station,
in, I
yeah.
thought he was up there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he in the
I thought
Fresno
it was
area.
Shout
Yeah.
out him.
Yeah. Shout out Hugo, man.
Word, yeah, juice box wet.
Hey.
Where?
Hey,
Where?
that was 2000s,
That was
man.
the-
I'm
look,
telling
2000s.
you.
The 2000s era,
I
man.
was-
Where would
Yeah.
you put? Where would you put? When Diddy and Mace started doing all these crossover hits, the
That was
fucking-
late
That was in
90s.
the
That was late
90s.
90s.
Okay, that's right.
Because
That was like
Mace's
98,
last
99.
album was in like 2000 something.
But
Harlem
even
World,
though
right?
some may think it's like corny or not up to date now, all of that, the bad boy hits. I Need a Girl Part 1, Part 2. What's his name? Loon.
Fucking,
Yo, whatever
yeah.
happened to
Whatever
Loon and
happened to
Mario
Loon?
Winans? What happened to those guys?
Yo.
Where is- I think Mario.
I'm pretty
Winans
sure they're
probably
sharing
still
a
doing
bunk.
some
I'm sure they're sharing a bunk somewhere in Rikers Island.
Mario Winans looked
in
just like...
Rikers. On top of that,
Did Mario...
this nigga's in jail.
Did Mario Winans play the dude in Drumline who didn't want to give up his spot, the Nick Cannon?
No, that's not him.
The bald nigga?
No, that,
No,
no,
it's
that,
not.
no.
That nigga looked just like Mario Winans.
He do. He do. I know. He's a bald dude. I know he's talking about.
I know exactly.
The bald dude with
You
the big
gotta
ass
bang
nose.
the drum.
Yo,
Yeah.
shout out to fucking Drumline. Such a dope movie.
That movie was.
Y'all remember what was that one Mario Winans song? You remember the I Don't Wanna Know? I don't wanna know if you're playing me. Keep it on the nigga. I was in my
don't
Enya
that
bag.
sample,
Enya. That was like some old like There was also wasn't it not the Fugees? Was
Hey.
it the Fugees also?
No,
I
it was
was
the Fugees.
dead
I
ass.
think it was
It
the
was,
Fugees.
right? Yeah.
11 years old, and I felt that song.
Right,
Bro.
And you know what? That song still resonates to today, especially with the social media era and
right.
people dating.
Bro.
Woo!
Niggas was
Hey.
making shit before they knew
Yeah.
hits, bro.
Don't tell me that you
If that-
cheating on me.
Yo, actually, that's one of the
Oh.
very few songs that it could have came out now and it probably would have been a way bigger song.
If it came out now, I think it would have been more
Bro.
appreciated.
My God, I don't want to
Imagine
know if
the
you playing
memes,
me.
bro.
I don't want to know. Really,
Bruh.
just got people. That reminds me. We just got a bag in the mail. What bag is this?
What is this bag that you in,
It's our
Kevo?
relationship bag.
Hey,
Oh, boom, boom,
oh
boom.
shit. Are we in a relationship bag already? Or are we going?
Well,
We can knock out this little thing right here. We could do this trivia
yeah.
Shit.
early. We can knock out that trivia early.
That
we
Mario
got that
Winans.
Also, to the
Images.
listeners, for everybody that listened to episode 9.
Yeah.
oh,
Oh golly, let Jimmy take that.
Listen,
off.
hold on, wait.
We were faded.
Hold on, listen.
Faded,
Pour this man a drink.
faded.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
here this nigga go.
And-
When was the last time you were at church?
Oh.
Like 15 years ago.
No
But
weapon
Shout out to
but no
everybody who
weapon
goes to
formed
church.
against me shall prosper.
formed
And last
against
week,
me.
all these guys formed a weapon against me and tried to get me the fuck out of here.
Not me. I was just person giving the questions.
But all of a sudden, everybody forgot basic math when we were giving away last week's vinyl. And they gave it to Kevin last week when it did belong to me. So we're going to have a one-question tiebreaker for the Blueprint vinyl.
To everybody?
This nigga just wants to get in on this Blueprint.
I'm saying, look, all I'm saying is it's season finale.
Season finale.
Let's just put them both on the line with whatever questions he has.
I was already ahead of him 1 point, so even.
No, you wasn't.
Y'all would have been tied. Y'all were tied at that time.
But I feel like
you know what? You have a point. No, he has a point.
Okay, so what you want?
So just go ask the one Blueprint question, and then from there we could go into the second vinyl we're going to be giving away today, and the winner takes both.
Okay, and we already know what the second vinyl it is. Bitch, who do you love? I'm on the West Coast, so I thought I was going to have to get these niggas a classic West Coast album of the new era of West Coast hip-hop music in general.
Go ahead and say it.
Oh, Mr. YG.
It's a 5-year anniversary already?
This is the 5th year anniversary copy that I bought for you niggas.
Classic album. I think we can all agree.
He's dropped 3 trash albums afterwards, but that's fine.
Man. See, we're not going to get into that because For Real is one of my top albums of the year.
KRS-One.
What is one of your top albums?
What's the name? For Real, the one that he released not long ago, a few months ago.
Yeah,
that wasn't bad.
That's one of my top albums of this year. See, if I'm last time we talked about the top 3 albums,
number 1 album that YG had. Period.
Oh no! This is it. Yeah. This is it. Yeah. My Crazy Life.
All right, so let's get to it.
Let's get it. We're gonna get into this one little Blueprint question that I got.
Let's get into it,
and then we'll get into some YG trivia. The rules from last week still apply. Niggas who get to 4 first win.
About to win.
But I guess today we're gonna do niggas to get to 5 because we got the jig
5,
on.
yeah.
So, but I got plenty of questions for you niggas too. So I'll go on the one Blueprint question and we'll see. You niggas should probably be able to get it because you had time to prepare. So, how long did it take Jay-Z to write the album? 3 months, 1 year, 3 weeks, 2 days, or 1 month?
1 month.
What you got?
2 days.
Can you repeat that, man? Am I allowed?
Yeah, sure. How long did it take Jigga to write the album? 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 days, 1 year, or 3 months?
I already said my answer.
What? 3 months.
It's 2 days.
Took the Jigga whole 2 days. Album, Jigga. Fuck.
You don't write. He just imagined the bars. That's why the real God MC his name is Sean Corey Carter.
Well, too bad this isn't about you.
We in the house. Okay,
let's jump right
into
it. Let's jump into my Crazy Life trivia.
Y'all niggas about to be sick.
I had to really dig for some questions on this one because my Crazy Life, it came out 2013, so it's still.
I thought it was 2014.
That was 2014. That's
2014,
right. 2014.
It's about to get bad for y'all.
So
what a year I had.
Woo! So what you say? What you say, bro?
What a punk ass year I had.
Come on, let's get it.
So I really had to really jump into some real digging on Google. Shout out Google for that. But so first question: original album title for My Crazy Life. You niggas know what that is? I can't give you no answer choices because there's only one original album title for the album. So, and if you niggas know the album, one of the songs on the album is the original album title of the album that he changed. I'll give you an additional hint. I really just kind of gave you niggas an answer. So on the album, there's a song that's super popular.
Yeah, bro. I'm a little
On what album?
On My Crazy Life.
That's what it was about.
There's a song that's on the album that he was going to originally call like the album title, but he changed it. Okay. But the song is still on the album. If you remember the track list.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
I do not remember the entire track list.
I'm gonna say Bompton.
I'm not gonna say my nigga. I'm not gonna say that song because he's not gonna name it that
at all.
You niggas give up?
No.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of a track list.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, but I can't put the track list together in my head.
If it's the one I think and I didn't say it, I'm pissed because great song, not really a good album. Hurry up, guys! All right,
it beats me.
Okay, what you got, Dave? What you got? West Side Dave. We're gonna give you a proper name for this, just for this trivia game. We're gonna give you a proper name.
Billboards everywhere with the track list. If you was really here,
if you were really in LA, nigga.
When was the last time y'all niggas saw billboards on the track?
I don't know.
Hey, how are you able to read all the tracks on a
Bitch, who do you love? We're just gonna say that for the rest of the episode. The rest of the episode is this bitch who do you love?
You see, in Orange County, they don't really got billboards.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Okay. I'll give it to you, Kev.
It was Compton?
It was Compton?
It was I'm from Bompton.
I'm from
I give it to you.
Okay.
It was close enough.
Yeah, sure
that was the original album title. Then he changed it. Okay. So Kev's at 1, Jim's at 0.
Because you know why? Because the fucking ball don't lie. That's why.
Okay. What
niggas.
rapper influenced YG to make My Crazy Life? And to give you a little hint, I mean, nah, because then I'd be giving it away. Do I want to give you niggas a hint? Do you niggas need a hint for this?
Yeah,
or you think that
you
you
need to be crafty enough to not give it away?
Whoo.
Boss.
I know, right? This Pepto got me fucked up.
This nigga's
Who this Pepto
drunk off of Pepto.
I'm about to
That
mix the
nigga lit
Pepto
off
and the
the
Jack
Pepto.
Daniels.
He like
Yo,
quadruple
if you
faded.
niggas mix Pepto Bismol and Jack Daniels, holla at me at the end of this episode.
See,
Yo.
you don't make me feel nearly as
Yo,
bad.
That's
for
a
hitting
crazy
Pepto
fucking
and
hitting
name.
a black
They got
person
a
with
Pap
full
Daniels.
And a Pap Daniels.
A Pap Daniels? Pap Daniels?
Shorty's gonna love this.
Bro, please,
Mix a little
please give me the
Patron in
hint.
it.
Whether give us a hint or
Yo, okay, so
Yo, that sound like a
the
local
main
drug dealer.
rapper. He
Sound
was,
like a local
he was a
dude.
popular nigga.
Actually, can we? I'm sorry. Can we call this a Pat Daniels instead?
Had to be Jack Daniels and Pepto Bismol. Damn it, let him finish so I can win this and then we'll discuss it. Enough.
This one's not winning.
Continue.
So the popular rapper, this popular nigga, he was even on the album. He's not a. I mean, he was, of course, obviously, My Crazy Life is influenced by West Coast music too. But there was one rapper in particular that really helped to kind of put this nigga in his mindset to
From the West Coast?
No, he's not from the West Coast. He's not a West Coast rapper.
Okay.
Even though you niggas know My Crazy Life, I mean, he got influences from a lot of West Coast rappers, but there was one rapper that YG even said was like the main rapper that really, really motivated him to record the album. And he's not from the West.
Can we ask
No.
what region? South, East, International?
International.
I think you
There's
can
no
give a
international.
You want me? I can give you niggas a region.
Well, Drake is international.
Oh yeah, Drake is an international
Oh
artist.
yeah, he is.
He's from the South. He's a Southern rapper that
Okay,
really influenced.
as that's expected.
okay.
As that's
I
expected.
got it. I'm right. Y'all just hurry up and give y'all a bullshit.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
did y'all want the?
can
did
I
you
get
want
the
the
answer?
region?
Do you have an answer?
I have an
I
answer.
have an
bro.
answer.
Yeah,
You got an answer?
Which way we
What you
going?
got? What you got, Jim?
I'm going this way? Okay. I'm going to say Young Jeezy.
Meek Mill.
Meek Mill from the East Coast.
Yo,
no shit. Oh my fucking god. Run the fucking
was
credits
Jeezy,
now.
nigga.
Boom, 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 finish.
It was Jeezy.
We're gonna do this.
Yo, you said Meek Mill.
You know how
nah,
when
nah,
you know
fuck
how when TNT be running late, they speed it up. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, right. Like, this nigga out of here. This nigga's finished.
Son, he really.
You're finished, bro. How dare you?
Yo, and after he said Meek Mill, he sparked up a Black and Mild.
Black and fucking mild with
what
no
I deserve.
Bluetooth.
He is canceled.
What you got?
Scarface.
All you niggas are wrong.
Okay.
Lil Wayne was the artist who inspired him.
Wow.
And I said he was on the album. Scarface is not on the album. You were
I didn't hear
finished.
that.
Oh,
I
you
didn't
said
hear that.
it was an album?
I said he was on the album.
Oh, damn. I didn't even
hear
No, I ain't hear
It
that.
don't count.
No,
it do.
don't worry about it.
Because
Keep
he
going.
said Jeezy, and I was
We
like,
all
that's why
got
I
wrong,
figured
so
that.
it
I was
don't
like,
matter
okay,
whether
well,
it count or
Jeezy's
not.
on the album.
I thought he had it too, because Jesus was.
Meek's on the album though, but he ain't from the south.
Meek is on the album, but he ain't from the South. You both of you are
Scarface
finished.
ain't on the album,
You
nigga.
don't pass that black.
Yo, he said, yo, he from the South. He was like, yo, I got it. Meek Mill.
Okay, so we still at 1-1-0.
Okay.
Okay. How many times platinum, or how many copies did the album sell in the first week?
How many copies did it sell first week?
For sure ain't go platinum. Yeah, so don't say that.
Hell no. It ain't even go gold first week. So
Oh, but just how many? What's a rough estimate, or if you know an exact estimate? And
270.
of that he sold in the first week of the first album week. Kevin,
I'm gonna say.
what did you say?
He said
Never.
270.
I thought
No, fuck that. What did you say it again?
I heard 275.
yeah, 275. Fuck it.
First week?
423,000.
What you got, Jim?
80,000.
Jimmy's closest. He sold 61,000 in the first
Oh.
week.
Yeah, come on, son. Why'd you say that?
Ass.
No, I mean it still went platinum, but in the first week, I mean,
Yeah, his
Okay,
sales
whatever.
first week wasn't that big. Okay, so
So it's
we got
tied.
3 1s.
3 1s. Okay,
think it's like
so
400 something
how many
thousand.
times platinum is my nigga? You know, how many times platinum did my nigga go?
I'm gonna
You
say
niggas got answers?
4 times. 4 times platinum.
Damn, I was gonna say 4. 5.
3.
Jimmy, it's 4. Spot on.
I should as well.
Yo, y'all niggas.
Fort
finna take it
YG
down.
400.
Conspiracy theory and ass.
I'm mad I got the Jigga question. I'm not gonna lose.
Oh, what Southern rapper influenced "Bitch Who Do You Love"? That song was inspired by a rapper from the South. And shout out to this nigga after I had to give the answer away.
Oh,
Bitch,
I
who
wish
do
I
you
knew this
love?
nigga's name. Oh,
Because it was actually it was a part from one of his songs, and YG made it into his song.
Oh, isn't it? No, he wasn't. Was he from the South?
Yeah, of course. This nigga is not from anywhere else, and he will remind you of that when I tell you the answer. If you already know.
Oh
it.
no, I'm thinking about the sample. I'm thinking about the sample.
No,
I'm thinking
not
about
the
the
sample. Just
wait,
the
hold
song
on.
itself.
Before you answer, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
You're not talking about the sample from Drake's verse, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about who was the artist that inspired YG to make the song. Like
He's from the South.
the actual name of the song is "Who Do You Love." There's an artist from the South who I believe YG borrowed that line from one of his songs and then created "Who Do You Love."
You believe where it's actually?
Hold on.
This is
It's not a hip hop artist, right?
No, he's a hip hop artist.
Why
Okay,
would
put
it
it
not
right
be?
there. I was just making sure.
Let's see.
With the
From the
black?
South.
From the South.
Who do you love?
This niggas. That I knew this one was gonna stomp you niggas. I knew it. That's why I asked.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'm gonna say some wild shit. I'm gonna say one of them 3-6 Mafia niggas. I'm gonna say 3-6 Mafia.
Okay. What you say over there? AD, OCD, Westside Dave.
OCD was good.
OCD. Himmet Dave from Himmet. From
Himmet.
From Himmet,
Still don't know
California,
where-
ladies and
Still couldn't tell you where
niggas
Hammett
really
is.
like niggas
Bro,
that hit me up. I was like,
honestly-
yo, where is Himmet?
Bro, I didn't know Hammett existed.
I still can't find him
Yo,
on the
Himmet
map.
is in the IE.
This
ladies
nigga
and
making it
gentlemen.
up. Yeah.
The IE.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Slim Thug.
Okay, that's a decent guess. What you got?
I'm gonna go ahead and say I want to say DJ Paul, but to be safe, because I'm gonna just say 3-6 Mafia as a whole too, so I don't lose.
Lil Boosie.
My
Bitch, who do you love?
I'm not from
Boozy
the
the
South at all.
band.
Yeah, Boosie was the
Man, shout out to
nigga who
Boosie.
inspired him to create to record "Who Do You Love" because it was a song where Boosie had that in the song. So you know,
live.
so shout out Boosie Boo, goddamn from
Boosie
Baton
Boo.
Rouge, Louisiana. So this nigga's not from anywhere else
Okay.
but the southern part of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen.
yes.
We call it Dixie sometimes. That's what it is.
What?
But it is, yeah, because that's what they used to be.
Okay, Dixie.
Hey, but that nigga's from the South.
It's 2-1-1.
So 2-1-1, Jimmy still up. My nigga is an interpolation of what song? From Lil Wayne. If you niggas know, interpolation. If you niggas know Lil Wayne, like I would assume you niggas know Dwayne Carter, and you
This
know
nigga always asking the hardest.
This
trivia
nigga-
questions.
got a song that if I were to play, and when we get in the car after this, because you niggas is probably riding with me, I'm gonna play the song, and you're gonna be like, oh damn, obviously it's obvious.
Was
The
it
song,
mixtape
my
Wayne?
nigga-
Or was it mixtape
Yeah,
Wayne or
was
was
it
it
mixtape
album
Wayne?
Wayne?
I can't tell you that.
Oh God.
I can't tell you that.
Oh, so my
It's an
I can almost hear
interpolation.
him saying
So
it
it is
now.
in the song, my nigga. There is like
is that the one with
YG.
Rich Homie Quan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so that whole song is based off an actual Wayne song.
it's based off 2 songs, but more specifically that song.
Okay. We are at.
I could hear the fucking song in my head.
Yeah, bro, I could almost
I
hear
can
this
hear the
nigga
fucking song
saying.
in my head.
Yeah, you niggas ain't gonna get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, I'm gonna pass on this.
You gonna
man.
pass? What you got, Dave?
You know, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say motherfucking
Hurry up.
yeah, whatever. Fireman by Lil Wayne.
Can you
It's finished.
tell me?
Nope.
You can't tell us.
No,
What mixtape?
you gonna wait till you get to your
I can't,
turn?
tell,
Alright,
you,
it's
I
the-
can't tell you an album or a mixtape.
I think it's off of the Dedication 2, and I think it's the one where he was like, he had the little West Coast beat in there.
Like, bro, just
Nope.
can
All
we
you
get a
niggas
song
wrong.
name while you was
You're
rushing
wrong,
me?
right? Okay, so it was Sky's the Limit from the Drought 3.
Oh my god.
That's why I asked if it was mixtape or thing.
I don't even know that's how that.
You know
shit
Sky's the
goes.
Limit.
Nah, niggas
Mama
Sky's
say
the
I'm
Limit.
a dime, I'm a
Cannon
motherfucking
viral,
nigga. They were my niggas. That nigga YG kind of
Just interpolated the whole shit.
interpolated the whole
beginning of
song.
it.
You know Sky's the Limit, right, Kev, from the Drought 3?
Hell no.
I know Sky's the
Oh,
Limit
damn.
by Biggie.
We know Sky. We know that Sky.
Yep.
Sky.
Yeah, shout out to Jotty, shout out to
Buttercrunch too. Y'all don't know about Buttercrunch because y'all not really familiar.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, cause
Who produced "Really Be Smoking and Drinking" featuring K. Dot? Who produced it? I really be smoking, and to give you niggas a little hint, he's a featured artist on the album. Who produced the song?
DJ Mustard.
What you say?
Come
on, West Coast Dave.
Yeah, I know this
nigga here is never
Santa
gonna
Clara.
be allowed in him.
Come on, Santa
They
Clara.
gonna put him out. They gonna send this nigga to San Bernardino.
Because I believe DJ Mustard's DJ Mustard.
What you say, homeboy?
Cool. Hit Boy.
Ty Dolla produced.
Ty Dolla.
God damn it.
And he's obviously a featured artist on the album.
Yes.
Damn, you niggas are failing.
This is bad. People be hitting me up like, bro, why do you need to stop doing trivia?
What is the original? Do you niggas know the original record
like
label
me personally,
that?
I'm out of it.
Do you niggas know the original record label that My Crazy Life was released on? YG's record label. What was the name of YG's original record label that was also put the album out underneath? So it was out underneath 3 banners. We already know Def Jam.
Yes.
And there was 2 other ones. We probably already know the other one, Jeezy's label.
Jeezy's label, yeah.
There's another one.
CTE.
This is.
No. I'm saying Jeezy's label is CTE.
CTE.
Yeah, okay, that's
So
all.
there's a
concussion. It's a concussion shit. Jeezy's just a concussion shit.
Corporate Thug Entertainment.
Corporate Thugs Entertainment. And then there's a third one. This one is YG's old label that he put the album underneath. That was the banner, if that makes any sense. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you niggas out there, you're going to listen to this and you're going to be able to Google and all that shit, but these niggas can't Google in here. So.
400.
I said old record labal.
Not 400.
I was just saying. I was just shouting out YG.
Nah, this nigga. No, he's.
That sounds like an answer, nigga. Is it my turn?
What you got? What you got, Dave?
That's his answer, right?
Bro,
What you got, Dave? No, that's not his answer. But what you got?
No, I'm not going first. Go ahead. It's one of y'all.
Yeah, what's your answer? Come on, y'all, so we can move on. You niggas are failures.
Say your answer now.
It's on you, nigga.
Oh, y'all already said y'all's answers?
Yeah.
No, I haven't said my answer yet.
No, what you got? What you got, Jimmy? The only nigga who I know that really be doing his research on albums.
Man.
Yeah, because you tell them to.
I didn't tell nobody
got their own little
what I was
chat.
giving away.
These niggas be talking. Yo, this is what I'm.
I didn't
asking.
tell no niggas what I was giving away today. I was actually gonna come in here and give away Reasonable Doubt because I got on a Reasonable Doubt shirt. But since we on the West Coast, I was like,
God damn it!
Come on, Jimmy.
It's his
It was his first record
label.
label. I know this is very obscure. Ladies and gentlemen, I think of the most obscure questions to ask. So if you niggas want to see
Spruce Street Records,
Tooted and Booted Records.
fuck it, why not?
My turn.
Yeah, what you got?
Tooted and Booted Records. I won't be tight if that's the answer.
Pushers Incorporate. Pushers Inc.
Oh my god.
Pushers Inc.
5 fingers in your face.
My nigga
Push Pushes in your
Dave.
face.
Pushers Inc. is still around though. Pushers Inc. was another dude. His nigga's Pusher, right? His homie Pushers.
I don't know who you talking about. Next
But
question.
now
Nah,
this
he was
nigga,
live,
this
bro.
nigga
Yo,
releases
YG,
music
come
under
here
400
and
now.
answer this
Am I
for
wrong?
him, bro.
So
y'all not from here?
2-2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
Let's get it.
Okay, so let's see if you niggas can
Just for
you
everybody
probably
telling
get
me I
this
don't
one.
deserve to be in these trivia
I'm
games.
in my bag now. I'm ready to squash y'all. No,
This nigga lying.
getting some more of this Jack
That nigga got
Daniels.
his first little dub. He feeling a little too confident.
Time to roll that.
It wasn't even a real dub. Ain't that right, Jimmy? Let's get the next question, nigga. What's good? Feeling good.
How
What?
easy they turn.
Who?
on you.
Okay, who accused?
Smoked the black with him.
Who did accuse Drake of plagiarism on Who Do You Love? What's the name of the nigga?
This was a
Oh,
nigga whose
he's
name
an artist from the Bay Area.
I was trying to figure out his name when you asked that other
God
question,
damn it! I know
too.
his fucking name because I listened to the song. The guy that accused Drake of sampling is something. Fuck, man, I know his goddamn name.
Fuck it, some shit. Is he from the Bay?
Mm-hmm. He's from the Bay Area.
He's from the Bay Area.
And
God damn, man.
It's quiet.
It's quiet for you,
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, Jimmy, you got the answer?
Nope.
I had this shit right fucking here,
Well,
man.
guess what? Get that shit out. Tomatoes,
right.
tomatoes.
The next
McDonald's
after
chicken
this question, the
sandwiches.
next question is probably gonna be a winner take call because you niggas
Okay,
are failing.
okay.
But what you got? What's this one? Ain't this ain't the winner take
Is
all?
it Players something? Or is that the name of the song? Players something?
No, I don't know. Tell him he has to answer in 5, 4, 3.
Who's the artist?
The artist, nah, man. I can't.
Yes.
I got the shit right there.
So you can get
Rapping Forte.
Rapping Forte.
I was just gonna be like, yo, is it a number in his name? But I was like,
yeah, Rapping Forte. And the name of the song is something players, some shit.
Yep.
Hot.
Okay,
right,
so you niggas really done went through all my
Queens.
questions because y'all got a lot of them shits wrong. So now I have to like think of one right off the top of my head. But luckily, I'm always prepared.
So this is the winner take all.
This is the winner take all.
Winner take all.
Let's do this.
About to be mad.
So let's see. What question out of this list am I gonna ask you niggas? Who not Jeezy?
Please,
I was gonna say who Jeezy.
Jesus.
What artist? Who is the artist that YG went on tour with to promote the album?
To promote the album.
Yeah.
This is 2014.
This is 2014. This is a Southern rapper. He went on tour with because he was signed to CTE. So these niggas are all affiliated. And if you
Rich
know
Homie Quan?
if you know people in Jeezy's camp or in his orbit, you could probably get this or think about it at least. Close enough.
It's not Freddie Gibbs because Freddie Gibbs was off
Yeah,
CTE in 2014.
True. And Freddie Gibbs is from Detroit, right?
He's from Gary, Indiana.
He's from Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, that's Midwest.
Yeah.
Is that too hard?
And he was part of Jeezy's record label?
No.
Here we go.
He was just
Here we
in,
go.
He was
He
just
was
in
affiliated.
Jeezy's, just affiliated with Jeezy. What you got?
I'm going to
you
go
got
with Rich
answer?
Homie Quan. That's my answer.
Who you got? Who you got, Kev?
Go for it, Dave.
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Oh,
This nigga's
I think
quiet.
I got it. I think I
Nah,
got
hold on. And associated with kind of, if you know Jeezy, it's kind of associated.
It's not the Youngbloods.
No, it's definitely not the Youngbloods.
You don't give a damn. Don't throw it up. Hey,
Or USDA.
USDA.
Man, I'm gonna say Jeezy.
You're finished.
Yeah.
it. Bro, hopefully I still get the answer right. I don't know. But 2014, he went on tour with
YG went on tour with him to promote.
Bro, you
My
had
Crazy
5
Life.
minutes to think.
Bro, like,
Right.
Slick Puller.
No, it was Yo Gotti.
God
wow.
fucking
Nah,
damn.
let's do
Just,
another one.
yeah, this is the last question, ladies and gentlemen. These niggas need to get something
Shout out
right.
to
I didn't
Slick
think these
Puller,
questions were gonna be
man.
this hard.
That nigga shout out.
I
Yo,
ain't from the South.
see,
I
why
forgot
is-
Yo Gotti came out in 2014.
Man, why does this nigga always hate on my answers and his answers be worse?
How
We
many
share the
ti-
black together, brother?
How many times platinum is My Crazy Life? Because it is actually a platinum album.
The
Yes,
album?
we know.
Yes. How many times? No, I'd say how many times platinum was My Nigga. How many times platinum is My Crazy Life, the album?
I could have swore that was what I was answering last time.
1.5.
It's out of here. What you got?
2.
What you got?
4.
It's actually 1 million. It's only one time platinum. Here you go, Jimmy. Thanks for winning this shit.
I hate everybody on here.
Jesus
And
Christ.
guess what? I'm
Jesus Christ. It's only one time platinum according
a
to
double
RIAA.
whammy.
According to the Recording Industry Association of America, My
fuck it, I
Crazy
don't
Life
even know
is
more
only
about this shit, bro.
it's only one.
Let's move on.
Let's do this.
So
2 more for the fucking collection. I'm undefeated.
hey, goddamn, but Kevo,
Look, that's why I wore the socks. Look at that. Undefeated, motherfucker.
yo,
Bro, let's
yeah.
get into something else.
Yeah, let's
now.
get into
I'm
the-
thoroughly
Let's do it.
pissed.
And this message is brought to you by
Black and mild.
Black
Jack-
him out and Bluetooth.
Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey.
Oh, and what are we mixing it with?
We are mixing this with
Pepto-Bismol.
with Patron and Pepto-Bismol for those out there that like those combinations.
Jesus Christ.
For those long lonely nights that you have in your house and you have nothing to do,
And
pop
you got the
open a bottle of Jack Daniel's Honey Tennessee.
And if you got the
Whiskey.
shits.
Go ahead, pop that bitch.
Yes, just pop that shit open, hop on a dating site,
Ooh.
and commit a lot of unreasonable.
Yes, sir.
Do a
And
lot
if
of
you
unreasonable things.
and if you got the shits, then it works. Then it keeps. If you got the shits, then you ain't on the fritz.
Just
What we
take
got?
your shirt off while you taking a shit weather out
Ooh,
there, boy.
that is.
I tell you,
I got to get ass naked to take a shit right now.
I be butt ball naked on that commode.
I'll be at work damn near finna get ass naked to take a shit. Hold on, pause.
Whoa. My nigga got the Argyle socks on.
Yo.
With nothing else. Just
Yo.
wiggling his toes in that bitch.
I'm trying to tell you niggas, goddamn.
Yo, all you
I
see
be-
is khakis and belt on the floor.
Yo, you know this shit is crazy.
I bring the hanger to the bathroom. You hang the clothes up like
You
Mr.
take a
Rogers.
shit. taking a shit and you hang the shit by the little hang thing
got
on the door.
He lay his suit out on the baby changing station.
Pull the Febreze out.
Hold on, do
Pull
they
the pocket
have, they have
Febreze.
baby changing stations in the men's bathrooms?
Yeah.
What if you're a single father?
No, they do. Yeah, they have.
Oh, okay, I was just
Which
making
one?
sure.
I think Nordstrom has it. I think Nordstrom has it.
Yeah, they got men's changing stations.
Yo,
That
y'all
would be-
better
that would
have
be fucked up
baby
if they
changing
didn't.
tables in the men's bathrooms.
Yeah,
babe.
because we need some equality around here. If you don't
fucking
have,
right.
if you don't have
all
baby
right?
changing tables in men's bathrooms, listen,
You fucker.
motherfucking scoundrels.
Scoundrel!
Put them in
When
there.
my- coming to Scoundrel
when my time come and I'm about to have a little tyke running around, shit himself, y'all better have that shit set up,
Or,
all right?
or we got to walk into the women's bathroom.
Or I will change them in your women's department.
Period.
Facts, but hold on. I'm glad, Kevin, you said that when your time comes. I don't know if you remember last week I asked you a question.
Me?
Yes.
All right,
yeah.
what you asking?
You in the hot seat now, brother.
Oh boy,
I don't
I
know,
remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
The question was,
because we finna
Kev,
get into our relationship back, so this
we
is
are.
great.
Yeah. Kev,
Talk to me.
in the grand scheme of things, is all of these dates, you know what I mean? Like going out with these girls off of Tinder or whatever dating apps. Is it to find the one? You know what I mean? Like, is that the grand and like answer truthfully, like, you know what I mean? And I'm not like, you know, trying to like be a dick or anything, like put you on the spot or nothing, but
No, you're not.
I just want to know because
And I hope some of y'all raggedy broads hear my answer. Y'all stop fucking playing.
Crazy.
yeah,
This motherfucker crazy.
grab a black as he was saying that. No,
But,
yeah, just because like, you know what I mean, haven't heard everything we've heard, you know what I'm saying, like we all know you a decent dude, you know what I mean. So I'm just asking, like, in the grand scheme of things, is that what you plotting? And
So,
is that why, you know, what
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's levels.
Okay.
You know, sometimes I, throwing my conspiracy do-rag and I start to swiping on there. And you can really tell, like, it's judge a book by its cover syndrome. Like, you really know how a shorty carries herself on
True.
a dating site if you want to take this broad to lunch and actually pay for both sandwiches.
But you know, both of them,
Both of them.
both
You know what I'm
sandwiches.
saying? And then you got the shorties that you just like, well, shit. The joint that could actually be the one actually has a job and is actually busy, so I might as well pluck this one off.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tinder is out of the question.
Man,
Tinder is
But
Tinder
what
is
about
falling
other-
off so bad that I'm just convinced that it's just all spam on that entire
you know, I
site.
signed up for a new
Man.
dating app the other day, and that shit.
Was it Plenty of Cheeks?
No, not plenty of
Plenty of
cheeks. This one's called.
Heard about that,
This
though.
one is just. It's
MySpace?
just black. BLK.
Oh yeah, the all black dating site. I
Uh-huh.
haven't been on
But it be
it,
white. But it be
I
white
have
chicks on there
homies
too,
that
and I'm
are
It be
like,
white-
yo,
of
this
course,
is-
there's white
I might
women
wanna
on
still
there,
come
too.
on there.
They're
I'm like,
brave
yo,
little souls.
trying to. I'm taking
white
their ass to
women on
HR.
Hey, they probably getting all.
You gonna report him to HR?
Like, this is black women only, or black people only, because you know women look for black men too, of course, whatever. But yeah, so,
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
hey, that's kind of close.
Yo, whatever happened to that?
It's still here.
Okay.
It's still out
I
there.
saw a commercial for that shit. They was playing Xbox. I was like, them niggas don't do that.
But Kevin, continue answering the question.
Yeah, please. I wanna know
But
your
yeah,
answer.
to answer your question, to be totally honest with you,
yeah,
like,
please.
I do think that it's possible, but it's probably like a 1 in 10 chance that you're gonna meet a shorty that's just on there, just keeping hope alive, ready to find a nigga that ain't, fucking and
Yeah.
texting. You know what I'm saying? When they meet.
Yeah.
I do believe that you do have to put some work in though. You might meet a scoundrel. But it's just up to you
Scoundrel
and your
University.
game. It might be a shorty that's, she been around the block a couple of times, parallel park, then went around the block again.
Been
Okay.
around the world and yeah.
I'm my baby. I
Okay.
don't know. Anyway,
But
but when I go on Tinder, it's just strictly to just punish walls.
Okay.
Like that's it. Like I'm not
Which is one
I'm
way
not
to
taking you to
describe it.
dinner.
That is
I'm
the
not
way.
I'm not going to send you no good morning text.
Nope.
It's where you at.
okay.
Where you at, Ma?
Where you at?
And who do you love? It just works.
Hey,
Nah, man. I mean, that's your answer. So,
Yeah,
Kev, you
nah.
wanted to get into your relationship bag, right?
yeah.
Yes.
I
What
thought
you
was
got?
about to segue.
What you got? What's
I'm
the
gonna
segue?
be honest with y'all. I got a few things to get off my chest. Ladies,
Okay.
first off, number one, we just gonna get this right out of the way. We're not gonna dwell on it.
Let's do
if
it.
you ain't trying to fuck with a nigga, don't give him your number.
Period.
And proceed
Say it louder.
to sit here and text the nigga like you really was about it, and then poof, you just disappeared in the night.
Man,
on
I've
that
had a few
midnight
issues.
train to Georgia.
From sea to
Hey, can I ask
shining sea.
a question though, real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
What's the
Would
question,
y'all
bro?
rather a chick ghost you or like tell you she's about to stop talking?
The latter. Don't
You'd rather
ghost.
see-
Don't, like Kev said. Don't give me your number, and if you're just going to fuck around with me for a little bit, You know, don't lead me on because they hate when we do that shit. They hate when women.
Facts,
I mean, but it goes both ways. I would rather you tell me like, you look, my nigga. You know, this is not working.
Going nowhere.
You know, this is quiet, like Kev said. This is quiet for you right now.
It's real
so
quiet,
the best thing for us to do is to go our separate ways. I can respect you more for that versus, you know, you giving me your number, me hitting you up, me actually thinking I'm about to slide, and then you ain't even nowhere to be found.
But it's crazy though, cause it's not to tell all my business, cause I am a gentleman. All right, so trust me.
Gentleman and
I use protection too, so don't let none of this foolish scoundrel shit I've been talking defer you from sliding in my DMs. If you're fucking with me, slide in
ladies, he just got an endorsement with a condom company.
Yeah.
I think it was
recycles
Durex.
condoms.
I think it was Durex.
About in the group chat. Y'all gonna see a bunch of posts in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
This nigga just got the sponsorship from Durex. So just
correction, it was Michelin.
Because wearing condoms and having pussy smells like what? AutoZone.
What?
Nah, it's because it's like big.
Excuse me?
It's gonna need like a rubber the size of a tire.
Shit.
Anyway,
well,
I almost want to not let you speak.
Yeah, Corey's just out of here wilding. Although condom sex do smell like ozone.
There it is.
Condom sex is depressing. Condom sex is depressing. Like,
bro, what was
Ondozone.
Listen,
I had condom sex like the last time I had sex, and that shit was depressing. Stroking his bitch felt like a fucking clown at a 3-year-old balloon party, fucking twisting balloons.
Hey, whoa, what are you talking?
No, I'm saying the clown would be twisting balloons like.
Oh, it was just rubbery.
Bro, y'all trying to throw me in jail. You gotta chill out. No. I swear to God, I have a lawyer. Y'all are not getting me for this. I swear to God. Y'all know them niggas that be at the fucking
niggas be nuts.
Y'all know them fucking clowns be at them fucking parties and they be twisting them fucking balloons. There's a dog.
This guy twisting their fingers from side to side. Here you go.
He just goddamn boned.
Pause.
It's the blunt.
Pause. Wait, so Kev, so you be at birthday parties, you be inflating
the fuck
condoms?
is a birthday party?
What the fuck?
Y'all niggas.
This nigga's at a birthday party inflating condoms and giving them to kids? That's what you do?
Whoa! You niggas
I'm gonna be honest. If a nigga can blow a fucking Jimmy hat up and make a dog out of that bitch,
real nigga.
I'll pay that nigga myself.
Yeah.
Yo, this nigga Krusty the Clown got
knife cut
Trojan boxes everywhere. What do you want, little boy?
Yo, this nigga turned the Durex into a fucking into a pit bull.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
That shit look like cat dog real quick.
Durex to cat dog. That's fucking wild imagery.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But so, like Kev was saying, don't give niggas no number if you're not planning on sticking around. And to Dave's point, don't ghost me if you know you're gonna ghost me. What? Tell me you're gonna ghost me before you ghost me. If that makes sense.
I'd rather the girl ghost me because you know what? It builds character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It builds character, and then secondly, it makes you go and look back at your conversations with her. Mm-hmm. You could read them over, see what you might have fucked up, and you don't use those transcripts on another show. So like that, you don't have to copy and paste those messages to every girl.
In the middle of this hot nigga summer, one of our colleagues and brethren just slipped up just now and said that we can go over these notes and see what we did wrong in the middle of our hot nigga summer. Who wants to do the fucking honors?
Boom.
Wait, why am I going to court?
Because we don't ever fuck up, and it ain't never our fault. You hear that, ladies? Ladies that's listening to me right now, it's never our fault.
This nigga here.
Well,
don't put anyways.
Never.
So what Freeway was saying, because I like that Freeway always talks about things like it's like a post game interview or something.
Pretty much.
He made that sound like that was just like a blowout loss. Pretty much.
Yeah. You know what? It makes you a better person.
Right.
When Shorty goes you
get eliminated in the first round. The next year you can probably make it to the second round.
First round.
Like, don't do it again.
So you get swept in the first round. So now you go into the off season with knowing what you have to work on.
How long do you have to be talking to the girl to be eligible for getting ghosted? Like, when is acceptable ghosting terms?
Well, to be perfectly honest, there's no there you can ghost. Technically ghost somebody.
So you can meet a shorty the same day. You text her, she texts back, and then she ghosts you. That's ghosting.
And if she doesn't bother to text you again, then yeah. technical.
Yo, text game is not easy.
Oh, text.
So the question was, when is it like valid to get ghosted?
Yeah.
No,
I've never.
what is
it appropriate?
I've never
his
gotten.
was like, would you prefer to be ghosted or at least to have a chick say?
No,
Yo,
I'm talking about the question that he asked.
He
like,
said,
like
when is it
okay.
appropriate to get
When it's-
ghosted?
okay,
When
okay.
Yeah, like a
is
time
a
frame.
time frame, yeah.
a time frame.
Shit.
It could
Like
be the
for
same
you to
day.
get
Honestly,
ghosted,
it was
for
a
you to get
dumbass
ghosted?
question.
Like, yeah.
Bitch can say hi to you. All right.
I mean,
what's
if it's the
up?
very
Holla
first
at you
day, that's
later,
even
and then
better.
Poof, bitch is gone.
Bro,
There's no-
I can see I can get with that
Because there's
Like
no
Jimmy said.
emotional attachment. There's absolutely no attachment. Even
I
the
don't wanna
first
be
week.
fucking turning in a
Even you know
cowboy
what?
pack over here trying to sing begging songs and get you to come back to my DMs.
no,
But I'm gonna
to
be
be
honest
real?
with you. If you meet a shorty and y'all vibing and you really think like I'm really about to wax this ass and better than waxing this ass, I'm about to make her mine. So that means I can wax this ass every
Every
day.
night,
and
every
then
day.
you think about this whole scenario of being like, damn.
She really
I
ghosted me.
wonder if when I wax that ass in the shower or I wax that ass
Yeah,
on
you
my
start
couch.
thinking, you start planning out the waxing sessions
And then you ready for this? Poof. Like a thief in the night.
like a thief in the fucking night.
And
Like
you
Jesus.
ain't waxing nothing.
Hold
You're on fatbutts.com, and next thing you know, you're crying in the bathroom.
Whoa.
Because you ain't.
Fatbuzz.com Baptist Church.
Yo, listen.
The Bible coming soon. Fat Butts Bible.
Yo,
Nah,
that
'cause
shit's
you thinking
actually
about it all
nuts.
wrong,
But
bro.
no,
You-
in all seriousness, if a shorty really like ghosts you, if a shorty ghosts me, and I'm not cocky, I'm just confident. If a shorty ghosts me, I just know, she just wasn't ready for it. She couldn't handle it, and that's everything,
That's
mind,
it.
body, and soul.
It's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to save your own soul. That's a good way to look at it. Like, yo, you know what? It was her fault, not mine. You know.
She missed out, not you. That's one
But
way
to be
look at it.
honest, I've really only gotten ghosted with like extracurricular activity partners, like sex partners.
Sex
Say.
partners.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
The
really
schmangers.
didn't know nothing about the broads. You know what I'm saying? And then, niggas just ain't fucking no more.
Wait, what did he say?
Can we ask?
What did he say?
We gonna get right
fuck
back
you
to
just
this
said, nigga?
relationship bag, I promise.
What that nigga say?
What word?
What the fuck you just said?
The schmangers, smashing and banging.
Oh, let me smack it, girl.
Let me smack it, girl.
Smash
Smash it
it.
on the
in.
bang. Let me smang it, girl.
Y'all never heard that before?
Smash it
Y'all
on
was
the
some
bang.
country niggas.
He kind of looked like Rapid Forte.
He do look.
He do.
Shit.
He do look like Rapid
Jimmy,
Forte.
you are a resident of the Bronx. How dare you know this much about this shit? Yo, can we revisit another episode that only our loyal listeners will
Okay.
understand?
What you
Did
got?
you ever go to the Bronx and wash your cousins?
That's right.
Please tell me you ran into them out there. And
You know what?
You washed them both.
You know what? I actually didn't get to see them because on the day that we were supposed to do something, I think it rained. It was supposed to be like a barbecue at my aunt's house, and it rained. So we took everybody
You're
took a rain
supposed to
check.
have their head in the water.
I was gonna whoop them
That
motherfuckers
is
out.
so funny.
Shit.
You
Shout out
did
to them
say that
Trump
shit.
supporting motherfuckers.
No,
Man.
yeah. Fuck y'all.
Punks.
Fuck Jimmy Cousins.
Fuck
Pause.
every single
Whoa.
Yeah, no, fuck them niggas.
Oh.
We gonna get
Bruh.
famous and they gonna be doing background checks on us.
Them niggas gonna arrest the shit out of me. As soon as I
niggas.
land in JFK, they're gonna arrest me. And they gonna be like, wait,
Hey, go
you
to
looking for
LaGuardia.
James?
Go find you LaGuardia.
They gonna find me right away.
Then they gonna play when James when he do the fucking intro, like, is this you? 5 men, 5 different cities, 5 different goddamn everything. Like, that is that nigga. That is him, goddamn. But speaking of chicks you meet on fucking social media and shit.
5 of them,
Oh, whoa. Whoa. What?
5 what?
Whoa. I don't know what.
5 different what? What is you saying?
Yeah. Yo, I'm a stall Kev out and move it, and we go.
And then we just go.
Continue.
Yo,
Yeah.
so Kev was talking about being ghosted, and you chicks out there giving away your fucking Boost mobile phone number, and ghosting
To get
niggas
chirped.
and chirping niggas, and if you were to get ghosted via chirping, you might need to hang up everything that you even thought you knew about.
You want to know? I have an embarrassing story, and shout out to my sister. She follows. the podcast,
Yeah,
so
embarrassing
she'll
story,
hear this.
Kev. What you got?
My 7th grade girlfriend. I didn't even have a cell phone yet. We used to aim back and forth, email each other. So my little sister, like all little sisters are, is nosy as all hell.
What, did she jerk you off under the classroom table?
Whoa! The girl, not the sister. What the fuck?
I'm talking about
Yo, send him to fucking court right now. Get him out of here. If y'all don't send him to court, I'm kidding. I'm out of here. Send him the chord. Sing it. Do that too.
Yeah, just gotta go to the bridge. Take it to the bridge. Take it to the bridge.
Yo, fuck dare y'all. Y'all nuts.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Take it to the bridge.
You said your 7th grade girlfriend.
Yes, and then I proceeded to talk.
Just cut his mic.
Just listen.
Okay, continue.
Jesus Christ. So me and my 7th grade girlfriend.
Man, you ever laugh so hard you almost shit on yourself? That shit almost just happened to me.
Dog.
Yo.
Please finish the story, bro.
Son, that is crazy.
Yo, shit.
That shit gonna hit you right in the
So
face,
yeah,
bro.
so basically, we was wilding out. When you in 7th grade, I don't know about y'all, but when I was 7th grade, I had the shorty and was still shy. You know when you trying to get the shorty, you shy. So I'm in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't even think about waxing that ass because I'm scared to even kiss the joint.
In 7th grade, you weren't thinking about like just putting a finger in her butt.
I mean,
well, Corey at the age of 9 was jerking off and shit. So yeah, we don't gotta go back to like episode
you
what?
Listeners,
2?
don't go back and listen to that shit.
I ain't gonna tell him, don't go back and listen.
This motherfucker was jerking off at the age of 8.
Bro,
But Kev
let us know what charges Corey got next season.
so basically, all I'm saying is that
niggas gonna vote me off.
apparently
Off the island.
I got X'd. All right, basically she broke my heart.
Damn.
But
Did
you
you
know
beg?
how she did it?
How'd she do that shit?
She did it through email. So I got a nosy ass little sister.
Ooh. Damn.
So I don't know about y'all, but we ain't fucking saying pause because everybody did it. Niggas used to have sleepovers. Only your best.
Only your partners.
Yeah,
Only
only your partners.
Your best
you know what I'm
partners.
saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
only
yeah.
the 7th grade homies was over. You know what I'm saying? We playing video games. Pop, pop, pop. So my little sister kept running in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, get out. No. All right. She keep running in the room. Yo, get the fuck out. No. All right.
Damn, she came in and broke the news.
Yeah.
Ain't that a bitch?
She came in. She said, wrote me a note, slid that joint under the door. Bow. Yeah, so I just want you to know that your shorty broke up with you. You gonna see it in your email, but all right, check it.
I just wanted to tell you now, nigga.
The fuck?
I just wanted to tell you now.
Damn, bro.
Damn.
Logged into my shit. That little motherfucker was running. I was like, you better hurry up.
You know what? Speaking of eBays, though, haha, eBay, get it? Mm-hmm. Okay, you know,
don't know
eBay.
what's
You
happening.
niggas don't get it?
Nah, eBay.
She broke up with him freaking via email. E is electronic. eBay, bay, B-A-E. Come on now, you
This
niggas.
nigga, we can get
Shit.
smoking black and mild.
what's
and
if
he
you
thinks that
speaking
I'm
of look, you
creative
listeners
fuck.
out there, you'll get it. eBay, electronic bays, meaning the chicks that you're fucking with online.
fatbutts.com.
Basically, so your eBay broke you meet a chick on fatbuzz.com.
Yeah. One of those.
Yeah. One of those, if you click the link,
Hey, big boy.
meet Ebony.
Meet looking for you in your city.
Meet them in your area right now. Yo, but so if you get a bad John who follow you on IG or on social media or Twitter, or you still got them friending you on Facebook. Don't know why. You got a little bad John who looking for you.
Yep.
And you add her, you follow her back. How long you taking before you hop into her DMs on some Scoundrel University shit? Like, so you followed me. So it's almost like who had that fucking line? It was like, I noticed you noticing me, so I just wanted to put you on notice.
That was
that I noticed. Yeah, on some shit like that. So she follows you followed her back. How long you taking before you slide in her DMs if she real bad John?
I think
When you got your goddamn laundry done and some money in your pocket.
So instantly, basically,
That
what
nigga
Kev
said
said.
as soon as
Instant,
possible.
Instagram,
You know what I'm saying?
goddamn.
Personally,
You gotta be prepared to attack. If your shit ain't correct, she can't come over.
No, hold on. I think you gotta be
What's the time
strategic.
limit?
You gotta wait till like you know what I mean. You like
At least
some of her
nightfall.
shit. She like her. You know what I mean.
Like a few
y'all-
photos.
At least wait till like at some point y'all both are making moves. I feel like that's the best time to strike because it's 50-50 if you strike immediately. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know why the fuck she followed you.
Right.
So gotta be careful. That's all I'm saying.
What about you, Jimmy? Minus, never mind. So we gonna segue this. Shit. Tonight we gonna cut that shit out.
That nigga don't know.
Yo, fuck.
What about you, Kev? What you on?
Yo, yeah. So Kev said instantly, like a Joan slide that she follow you and you follow her back. You like a few photos, she like a few. As long as you're fucking.
Kev said immediately.
Yeah, he said instantly.
This nigga got the dick pics in the draft.
Yo,
ready to go.
Whoa.
Nate,
what is he for?
He got them shits in the drafts, ready to go.
Yo.
As soon as the girl follows, Kevin is like, "Yo, boom, here you go."
But since we are in a relationship bag, man, I do have a somewhat this is a serious question I've always wanted to know, man. Yeah. Like, is it your responsibility to make your partner happy? Like, is it your responsibility? Kev, Dave, Jimmy, is it your responsibility? You're with a woman, you're with her for however long, 2 months, 2 years, 20 years. Is it your responsibility to make her happy?
Your sole responsibility, and
her happiness comes from you. Is that
and are you expected to get all of your happiness from her? Is that
you can fucking expound upon it, because this is what we do here on the Miseducated Pod. We always talk about some other shit while we're talking about other shit. So is
just
it
because
yeah?
I was only reason I asked is because I feel like the only reason that should be the expectation, or even like an idea that's introduced, is if you're receiving that reciprocation in return.
Right.
Like I would say, if somebody is being like either loved or cared for in a way by somebody that they genuinely care for or love, you know what I'm saying? That they've never necessarily been cared for before, then maybe they might adjust the way that they're acting or doing something. Yeah. So then it might be like, okay, it seems like this is what you want, and I genuinely love and care for you, so then I'll act accordingly.
See, it's cool. Go ahead. No, keep going. I was gonna
say, I don't think like just going out your way and doing that. Just
right. Not changing who you are to do it, but being yourself. And if they stop being happy with how y'all started when you
it's
were
a personal problem.
You got to do more. Then
that's a personal problem.
Just because I'm like, all right, if you get with somebody for how they're acting, however they're acting in that moment, and then you're upset because they're still acting like that in that moment, and you're not necessarily putting forth effort to show, like, okay, like I see that you might care well for me, so I want to show you that then I don't think you can necessarily be upset or like expect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going either way.
No, I hear you.
Going either way.
I hear you.
But I don't think you should like just expect that from your fucking just from whoever you're with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't.
I think in order to, you can't.
Black in his hand.
This nigga, he don't have a Bluetooth in yet, so it's not.
Sound like one of
He's not official.
He ain't official uncle yet.
What are you gonna get in there if I give you a quarter? What the fuck are you gonna get in there? I be wanting to snap on him sometimes.
Pull some loose candy out his goddamn.
Yeah, some loose candy. What the fuck do you want? You can't get no beer with that quarter.
I don't think you should. I mean, if you're with someone, I think it's okay to be happy. Of course, you want to be happy with your partner. You want to be happy with them.
I think
definitely.
So.
But you shouldn't rely on them to make you happy.
It shouldn't be the only
if you are
thing.
not, it should never be a thing. You should never rely on another individual to make you happy ever. If you are not happy individually in your own life, that's the kind of the purpose of being in love or being in a long-term relationship that's successful, that is. And I know that because I've been in a long-term relationship recently. If you're going to be with someone and if you're happy already and they are happy and you come together and you share your happiness, that's when you don't have to worry about another person making you happy because you're already happy. You don't have to rely on someone that's coming home. Sure, they might brighten your day if you're not having such a good day, but overall, in general, you don't know. That shouldn't be. They shouldn't be your sole source of happiness. And you people out there who are relying on people to make you happy, you have some serious personal issues. It's more of a selfish thing. In order for you to be happy in your life and in your relationship, you need to figure that out on your own personal time.
You got to figure out.
Don't rely on another man or another woman or anyone else, however they want to identify. Don't rely on them to make you happy. That's not their responsibility. And if you leave that up to them, then you got some serious issues that you need to look in the mirror.
Well, if you leave that up to the person, then you got to deal with whatever comes.
You got to deal with it. Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Because it could go for me. I guess it could go both ways. I guess. Not necessarily rely on that person to make you happy.
Yeah, it's crazy because people actually are doing that though.
Not necessarily rely on that person to make you happy, but look for someone that brings you happiness. Okay. If that makes sense. Or
who can match what you got.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you don't want to be looking for someone that is going to bring something out of you that you don't have.
You know what?
Okay.
You're right.
You don't want to do that. Like, if you're looking for somebody to be with that's going to bring something out of you that you know you don't have in you,
Right.
that you're dealing with your own personal shit, you've been dealing with it for however long,
Right.
and you're looking for someone to bring that out of you,
Yeah.
then you're in a relationship, or you're looking for a relationship in the wrong
In the
ways.
wrong, all,
Yeah.
and
Or in the
looking
wrong
for,
places,
looking
too.
for love in all the wrong places.
So like
Looking
you
for
should
love.
you should in a relationship find someone that makes you happy, brings joy to your life and all that. But at the same time, do not depend on that person
Exactly.
to do that for you, because just as easy as that person brings you happiness,
You were just finna say
that
it.
person could just bring you darkness into
could
your
bring
life
you
right away.
misery.
It could bring you misery right into your life. So you gotta it has to be a balance between happiness for yourself and happiness from your
significant
significant other.
other.
There has to be
Sure,
a balance
sure,
behind
sure,
it, like,
sure.
and that's why I think that couples, whether you're boyfriend girlfriend, whether you're married, you have to have a separate life.
You know what?
outside of each other, you have to be able to do something outside of your partnership, because if you
Exactly.
rely
You have to have your own
Maintain that
personal life.
exactly because if you rely
Have no personality.
7 days a week, 24 hours a day on one person for you to
You are
to
you're
plan
never
your
finished.
whole
You are
yeah, to
never-
plan your whole itinerary
Always gonna be
around
short.
for you to do things around that person, and for you to be able to like just do anything in general, then that's not really happiness. That's just being real codependent
And you
on
know what?
somebody.
And being codependent, that's a perfect word, because I can give you all like a little insight. I've been in a long-term relationship recently where over time, like, it didn't start off that way. I've always had my own goals, my own missions and things like that, as did she. But somewhere along the lines, love is a very imperfect emotion. You never know exactly how it's like you never know how it's going to really conform to your lifestyle and your partner's lifestyle. It's an emotion. It changes. You can love somebody one day, to the moon. You can love them to infinity and beyond. You can love them so much that you'll eat them out as soon as they walk in the door.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They pussy. Don't matter. It ain't even clean. Maybe. Hold on. Pause. I don't know.
right.
But anywho.
At least he put himself in court, so he can't be.
But
mad.
He walked himself to solitary.
But that's kind
Turn
of
himself in.
over time, as our relationship grew, it happens, I know I'm not the only person in the world this happened to. You do begin to lose yourself in someone else. And that a lot of that fell on me because, like Jimmy said, I had become really codependent on someone else to bring me happiness.
Yeah.
However she chose to bring it, if she even knew she was bringing it.
Yeah.
Just sometimes just being in her
because
presence.
a lot of people don't know that they bring happiness to
They
others.
don't.
A lot of people don't know that they do
don't
it.
get
Like,
it.
Yeah.
sometimes it's just that person being around you,
Yeah.
and that's it. Like,
And when they're not, you
It's
feel
not-
like something's missing.
it's not really something that's tangible.
Exactly.
It's never something that's tangible. Like, there's not specific things that you can do to show it.
Yeah.
But there's just that person being around you, just
Yep.
like a text, like seeing that person after work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spending quality
Yeah,
time. with
spending
that
time,
person.
just things like
But,
that.
And
Yeah.
not quality time like, oh, y'all are going on dates,
Yeah,
but
no,
shit
yeah,
like,
yeah.
y'all are watching shit
We're
together.
watching
y'all
it,
are
chilling
together.
But that's
You know?
crazy though, because it took me and her breaking up to realize how much of myself I had invested
In her.
and lost
Yeah, and
in that relationship, and that was mainly my fault, because I put that responsibility on her, and she probably didn't even realize it was on her like
Yeah.
that. That whenever the relationship soured and we dissolved things, then sometimes I have to look at myself as like, okay, now you kind of you got to get back to you. What was it prior to this relationship, or even early stages of this relationship, that made you happy? Not her, not love, not smacking every other night. Hey, but then it's fun. But just
You
what
tend to forget though, right? You don't
Yo,
even
yeah,
know
you
what
do.
you
You don't
used to
even-
do.
you don't get
You
it.
don't even
Yeah.
know what you used to like. You don't know even
because
know
you
what
get so
shows
you get so
watch.
wrapped. You can and that's a
Oh,
whole
I've
nother
been
thing.
there.
You get so wrapped up in someone else, and it's look. Love can really, really, really do some tricky things, man. It can be
Yeah.
good. It can be something that
It can,
sometimes
because-
love can be so tricky. Is that sometimes people don't ever see themselves ever falling out of love with a person who clearly doesn't love them.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of people who are in relationships right now where they are in love, but their partner is not.
And there's
they are just there because it is convenient.
That too, and it brings me to another point that some people are single, looking for a relationship just to find happiness in somebody else.
Yeah.
They don't know how to be single.
Yeah, they don't know how to be single. That's
it's a lot of those.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't know how to be
people growing up I knew that way.
They don't know. Yo, because I got to be honest. I thought I was somebody who loved, like, my own solitude. And then, like, doing shit like going out to a restaurant by myself. You know what I mean? Just because I'm hungry. You know what I mean?
Sure,
that's kind of like some serial killer shit.
This
nigga was at Popeyes alone for a little while. So.
Hey, I was there by myself.
Hey, my man was in Popeyes over there.
On Fig and Adams.
He be on Popeyes with a little bib in his fucking neck. Oh, Mr. Dean. Another number 7, sir. Mild or hot?
Nah, fuck off.
He was in there breakdancing with the homeless niggas.
This nigga, he was not in Popeyes. Actually, he was outside, just on the premises.
I had a sign.
Coffee,
nigga.
I had a sign.
Do Popeyes serve coffee? They got a Popeyes Louisiana brew.
Nah.
A Louisiana brew.
No, spicy coffee.
It's a fried chicken batter.
Some fried coffee.
They call it the hey,
niggas
baby.
came on time. How about that? Everybody was fucking with
Wait,
that.
hold on. Where did you get the coffee? There was no.
I was Starbucks. It was just up the street.
Okay,
I was
okay.
there hella early.
Sheesh.
I'm always there hella early.
But yeah, Kev, do you have anything to add to
Yeah,
that? You have anything to add to that?
Man, fuck y'all niggas.
What did you have something you wanted to add? What did you have to say today? We don't want to cut you off.
Now. Man, yeah, see, I don't even
Man,
Camarillo Dave,
Yo, knife,
everyone.
cut him off.
Camarillo Dave, everyone.
Camarillo Dave, CD.
CD, we going back to CD.
Yo, take a seat. Y'all ain't gonna never see me smoking. I'm not bringing these niggas no
This
weed.
nigga told me,
Y'all
yo,
niggas ain't smoking
hold
on
on.
me.
Yo, this nigga had so many burial bees last week that he left. Him and Kev both. The prize that Kev thought he won left in my car, but then this nigga Dave.
Hold on, she was in your car?
Yeah, the fucking blueprint.
Oh, we
album.
talking about
Wait, what?
My bad. I thought,
Yo,
say this is a.
what
I
is
say this bitch grimy.
this nigga had so many burial bees last week. This nigga was this nigga wanted to go to Chick-fil-A with us.
Oh my
He was
god!
like,
This nigga.
yo, my nigga, let me pull up to Chick-fil-A with y'all.
Like that movie Losing Isaiah.
I forgot he did this
Yeah,
bullshit.
this nigga wanted
I
to go
forgot
to
he did
Chick-fil-A.
this fucking bullshit.
Then
that was bad.
we get to Chick-fil-A. I'm already hot.
To be telling the story.
I'm already hot because we here, and you know we had to fucking rush to get over
It
there.
wasn't that
Right.
bad. He went.
No, fuck that.
It's spicy
Yo, 'cause
deluxe.
it was like 12, like
Bitch.
It was like 12,
45.
45.
It was late, bro.
Right.
They closed at 1.
No, nigga, but we was
they
waiting on
closed at
you.
one?
We was
Because
waiting on your black ass.
This nigga asked Knife like 20 questions. The same. He just
Yeah,
reworded
same
them.
night. So you think if I bring peanut butter and jelly, we can make sandwiches?
He just
like,
yo
what?
yo.
So
This nigga asked our
if you
engineer.
have the peanut butter
Right.
and I have the jelly, can we make a peanut butter sandwich?
Right.
Yo,
This
man,
nigga asked
yo.
our engineer the
whole
same
last episode,
question.
it's been a whole road.
Same shit. Yo,
So we get to
Knife,
Chick-fil-A.
Yo, bring that video when I was on Rap City, the basement. See, they don't remember my rap days. Bring the video. Big Ticket and everybody. Bring it. Yeah, all right, man. I got you. No. Bring it now.
Then he asked the same question like, "Yo, Knife, you remember that video I was talking to you
Yo,
about?"
move on. Yo,
But
fuck y'all
it's-
niggas, man. Alright, whatever.
No, keep going with the
This
story.
nigga wants his
'Cause this nigga's
Grammy now.
he's a crazy
Yo,
motherfucker, man.
no, but we get to fucking Chick-fil-A. It took this nigga Dave forever to finally get to decide that he wanted to go with us. This nigga Kev was hot because he was like, "Nigga, we have a date with Chick-fil-A on Sunset. We need to get there now. Leave this nigga Dave. Leave him."
Nigga, I could fucking taste the Chick-fil-A. Like, I could just.
Yo,
This
so
nigga made me not get Chick-fil-A and had to settle for fucking Wendy's $5 biggie box. I would have been pissed. Not as pissed, but fed.
and fed up, and actually fed.
Yeah, exactly.
So we get there, and then you know the woman at the fucking Chick-fil-A already had an attitude. She didn't have no Chick-fil-A sauce. She made this nigga's Kev shake before she made my ice cream cone, which actually would have made more sense.
Let's cut to the
make
fact
fucking
that
ice
he
cream
actually
cone.
went to Chick-fil-A at 1 in the morning and ordered an ice cream cone, neat, with no wrapper. That means that he trusts his own tongue to not have ice cream slip down and fuck his hand up.
Yo,
Real
whoa,
ice cream eaters know.
Whoa! What? I thought, man, I just knew niggas was trying to say something fucked up. I knew it. We get there, she didn't have ice. She was pissed because I was bitching about the ice cream cone. They didn't have no Chick-fil-A sauce. They didn't have no ketchup. Chick-fil-A, if you were listening to this, it's the Chick-fil-A on Sunset and Highland.
Yes.
Get them out of here.
I was actually looking for the number that night. How the fuck you don't have no Chick-fil-A sauce? You're supposed to eat my burger neat as a bitch.
I thought you had a chicken sandwich, though.
Yeah, but I call it, listen, if it's late and
That's
they got
some,
2
look,
buns, it's a burger. Hell, I had a
that's
couple
niggas
shorties
for
I
you.
called a burger.
Yo, long story short, so we can move on. This nigga Dave had two. Yo, if y'all niggas are out there drinking Barry B's, just don't drink near as many as this nigga did. This nigga left his wallet in my car.
Just one, if possible.
This nigga left the wallet. This nigga left damn near his whole life.
Called his Uber 17 times.
Right. This nigga we were in front of Jimmy Place, and this was just cussing us out in the back
This
seat.
shit sure is expensive. This shit's $9 to go to Colorado. I'm gonna wait till it gets to 5.
I remember it vividly. This nigga had said some shit like, yo, MLK had an extended version of I Have a Dream, and it says, I hate you niggas.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Shout out Coretta. This nigga was mad.
I was hot.
Wait, and didn't he also ask for you to drop him off?
Yeah, this nigga kept, yo, that's the part. This nigga wanted me to.
This nigga, my MLK had a dream that was extended.
This nigga wanted me to drive this first. So we in downtown. This nigga wanted to go to Chick-fil-A with us in Hollywood. Mind you, we all live on that side of town. Minus fucking, I don't have to drive to Anaheim to get Dave to where he's trying to go. Me and these.
Nobody needs to go to Anaheim for anything.
But this nigga want to go to Chick-fil-A. We take this nigga to Chick-fil-A. Then we get to Jimmy crib, and he keeps trying to get me to take him to where he lives.
Meanwhile, while all this shit's happening, guess what the fuck I'm doing? Eating my goddamn Chick-fil-A.
With no Chick-fil-A sauce.
They ran out of the fucking sauce. That shit was really tight.
Sauce, the ice cream machine was broken.
I was also on some McDonald's
Chick-fil-A on
after
Sunset
they made his
bullshit.
shake. That's what pissed me off. This nigga had his shake, but I didn't have no ice cream cone. She was like, "Oh, we don't have the ice cream shake ain't working no more."
Hey.
But we did make his shake though.
Hey, but look.
And this nigga did try to start offering me some fucking money. Then the fucking prices are fluctuating. So I'll give you 5. Now I'm gonna give you 10.
Yo, he was at the stock market at noon. And the nigga said, yo, I'll give you a dub if you take me home. Yo, it was like 10 seconds later. He was like, how about 15? Nigga, why would you go down?
Niggas supposed to be making it sound more enticing for me to take you home.
This nigga Dave knew before the podcast at 7 p.m. he needed a fucking ride home. He was just thinking all episode how he was gonna finesse it. He was so glad niggas mentioned Chick-fil-A.
I forgot.
I get to stay in the car for 30 more minutes. That means I can buy myself some time.
I got hungry.
He didn't even order nothing for Chick-fil-A. You know, second thought I changed my mind.
I made that nigga order something. I did make that nigga order something.
Yeah, I did try to change my mind. I did try.
And I was like, nah, this mean this nigga that came
I
here.
wasn't hungry no more.
Fuck no.
Man.
Okay. And this message is brought to you by Black and Mild.
Oh.
And do-rags. Shout out Bow Wow for the do-rags.
Oh, shout out Bow Wow. Shout out Legend.
Shout Moss.
Bow Weezy.
So, we have another question. It could be the final question here, that we ask. But where the fuck is this shit at?
Take your time.
Where is this question?
Take your time, baby.
Okay.
You know when they do that at church when they begin their Easter speech.
Here we go. So, why is taking last names in a marriage? Why is it looked at as a big deal?
It's looked at it as a big deal because the society that marriage was built upon is until millennials came along, and the millennials are the people sitting in this room and other people who are in our age. It wasn't until we came along and we started to make it more of like why am I actually going through this process of changing my name? That's not changing anything in our marital status. We're getting married because we're in love. We're not getting married to change our names. And the fact that men actually it's like I look at it as an ownership thing. If you are a man and you want, and the woman that has to take your last name, you got some issues.
That's a fact.
It's not about a woman taking the last name, a man taking a woman's last name. To get married is to join your lives together, to literally and legally join your lives together to the point of, what the fuck does a name have to do with anything? But it's just society. Society tells us that names and things like that, shit like gender reveal parties and all that stuff, society tells us that those things matter.
Listen, man, gender reveal parties are a social
bogus.
media thing. It's a social
They
media.
are bogus.
Like, people do that shit just so people could be like, oh my god,
You got a baby.
Oh my god, you have a fucking baby.
Yeah.
Nigga, fuck your ugly baby.
Ooh,
I don't care. I don't care about no pink balloon. I don't care about no blue balloon.
And that shit
I
is
don't
some
care what you're
bullshit
doing.
too.
Yeah.
Why do you
Fuck your gender reveal parties.
Right, that shit is
Your
some
baby
bullshit.
ugly.
Baby, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Stop it.
Say.
Stop it. Your baby 5 years old. Look like a
It
fetus.
says
Cut out.
Oh, yo, son.
Yo.
Okay.
I don't know what baby hurt.
But
Whoa.
Shit.
But so another thing
But,
that I
yeah.
wanted to mention was in regards to taking last names in marriages. I'm gonna ask you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you guys, and Knife could chime in on this if you want to. Is would you be opposed to taking your woman's last name in marriage?
No, not at all.
Would you be opposed to taking her last name?
She gotta have that juice box wet. Wet. Dude, that juice box word.
Woo! That's how it's gonna take.
That juice box.
You guys got a
That's
squirt.
how it's gonna take.
You said a deuce box or a juice box?
A juice box.
I thought you said a deuce
both.
box.
That nigga said 2 spots.
But are you against it? Are you against taking?
Personally, only reason I'm against it is just because my name holds a lot of weight. My whole name.
This nigga got the longest name in the world.
Yeah, I got a pretty long name. But
Tell us.
And he from Anaheim.
I'm not gonna say
Dave
my
Dean.
I'll say it. No, I'm gonna say it after the show. Yeah, I'm not gonna
say it now. You can't be vulnerable with us.
You can be vulnerable.
I'm saying my full
con this
government on the
nigga.
show. Y'all niggas
You want to extend your hand so he can hold it?
Exactly,
Feel comfortable?
man.
You can feel comfortable?
That nigga like we share a
Olive
black.
branch.
You are
Tell us.
not alone.
But anyways, yeah. So I don't know if I could.
We believe in you.
Yeah, yo, I believe in you.
I believe in you.
There you go.
Just
Yo,
say
We
it.
got some, yeah.
I don't believe I could take a.
No.
I don't believe I could take a.
You don't even know what the fuck you gonna say. Say your name.
Right, name, nigga. Are
I
you?
don't believe I could take someone else's last name just because, like I said.
But if she doesn't want to take your last name, how does that gonna make you feel?
Yeah.
And she got that snappy
Good.
nappy dugout.
That's
What? Why is it nappy?
She got that.
yo. Let me
That's
tell you
snappy,
something.
nappy
Little
dugout.
Hey, little nappy pubes. I mean,
Yo, but I'm not-
Y'all saw that meme, grass don't grow on busy streets.
These niggas.
But yeah, but to that question, I wouldn't be opposed to it because I feel like you said, like what Corey said, that's more like an ownership thing. I feel like because I feel like we're in a generation, our generation asks
Yeah.
questions. We want to know why the
Why?
fuck
What's
should
the
we
point?
do this?
Yeah.
Why?
do you understand the amount of legal paperwork you also
Yeah.
have to go through to change your name to someone
Yeah,
else's
exactly.
last name?
Yeah, cause I wouldn't be opposed if my wife doesn't want to take my last name. I don't care. If she wants me to take her last name, I don't give a fuck. I'll do it because to be honest, man, that don't mean a damn thing to me.
You know what? And to be
That don't mean a
perfectly
damn thing
honest,
to me.
I know there are women out there, Kev, and I know you. I see you ready and getting ready. I see it. I know there are women out there who also try to carry tradition just like men because they may be the only child and they also want their
Yeah.
name to
Yeah,
carry
to
on.
change.
To-
Oh, they want their
yeah,
name.
Yeah, for
yeah, they also
yeah,
want
for
their
their
name
family to continue.
to carry. So I mean, it kind of. I mean,
agree.
I've heard it both ways, but at the end of the day, I don't think really any of it matters because what should matter is y'all in love, right?
Yeah, that's all that should
Bet.
matter. Yeah.
That's literally all that should matter.
First of all, everybody shut the fuck up. You mean to tell me if your girlfriend's last name was Cock and Truffle, you're gonna change your name to Jimmy Cock and Truffles?
Yeah.
That's dead.
Jimmy
I don't
Cock
give a
and Truffles?
fuck.
What kind of
My nigga,
example?
What kind of last
Yo,
name
if
is that?
somebody
I'm
has
just
that,
saying,
it's a
like,
fucking
Cock
issue.
and Truffles?
Here's what she
Fucking
did.
cock and truffle.
Do you know this
Oh
person
my
from fifth
God.
grade?
He knows some cock and truffles.
Yeah, he definitely knows some cock and truffle. Pause.
Or
Whatever the
cock
fuck
and
that
truffle.
is.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Don't
But,
pause, pause yourself.
Yeah. Yo, you know what? That
whoa yourself.
Just saying,
that
man.
whole
Cock
thing
and
is a
truffle.
pause.
I can see if
Where did
you
that come
married
from?
into like a real wealthy family and like, oh, the Cock and Truffles, they make cookies, like, you know, like Otis Spunkmeyer, Cock and Truffles, chocolate chips.
So
you know what I'm saying? So then you wanted to save her family legacy, and then you changed your name to, you know what I'm saying,
Cock and
Jimmy
Truffle.
Cock and
A few months ago, I asked that question on Instagram.
did?
Back-
And
yeah,
I know
I asked
I-
that question. I asked it, and I got the most like misogynistic answers I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Oh.
I got the most misogynistic shit I've ever seen in my life. There was guys saying some wild
Oh, I
shit.
know. I know
There
people
was
who
know,
won't.
honestly,
wild.
I've
Some
heard
shit
niggas
you
say
wouldn't
that
have
they wouldn't.
expected?
I've heard niggas
No,
say
no.
they wouldn't even get married if she didn't take her
Honestly,
No,
last
that too,
name.
like-
Jimmy's telling you that?
It's
Because
not.
that nigga's not sensitive at all. So if that nigga's telling you niggas are saying
No,
some
for,
wild
no, for
shit,
real. Like some of that, it didn't shock me because obviously, niggas, you know.
Nah, niggas is niggas.
You know. But at the same time, it was like, damn, son. Like, in 2019, you really still feel this strongly about marriage. Like in a lot of sense, none of y'all seen a happy marriage in y'all lives. Like a lot of people's parents weren't together through their childhood or anything. Parents got divorced through your adulthood, but you feel that strongly about a marriage.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though you've never actually seen a successful marriage in your life, you feel that strongly about it.
Yeah.
So you have nothing to base it off of. You just going off of some shit like
Generational.
you want some ownership off of that woman and like, oh no, that's my property. Like, nah, fam. Like,
Men and women are not property.
And you want to know what?
Yeah.
That segue into another question.
But we got what our man Knife got to say.
Yeah, Knife said something.
Okay.
I just want to experience.
Oh, okay.
all right.
All right.
I'm always on the other
Yeah, that's our engineer, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. You
Shout out
know,
to my nigga
Shout
Knife.
out to Better Sound Studios.
Fucking
Y'all
right.
already know
Say that
that.
to the
Get
mic,
with it.
nigga. What?
Get with it.
My guy.
But yeah, so I'm saying like one of my homegirls, my coworkers.
Ooh, that Pepto got some bite.
Yeah, it
Like
did.
some sour
Yeah.
pussy.
You put a little Jack Daniels in that joint? You put a little tap of that honey Jack in there?
Yeah, throw a little Jack in that Pepto bottle.
Yeah,
You niggas are.
we'll get this on the fucking Instagram.
Whoa!
Oh, we're gonna get right back to that, but I gotta show y'all something.
Oh my God.
Little Jack and a Pepto.
This is amazing.
Goddamn day.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We're about to mix Jack Daniels and Pepto Bismol. So
Now
you niggas
wait.
may stop listening to us after this episode. After that,
No,
because
you're gonna stop
Alright, let's
listening
get
to
it.
yourself after this episode.
Yo, this is fucking crazy.
Oh my
pull it
God.
up, pull it up. Watch it all fall out.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I said, jump around. There you go.
Slash it around. Hey, I can take a shot.
Yeah, take
Hey!
Oh my God.
Pepto and Jack Daniels. Fucking right.
Wait a minute. I gotta. Oh my God. We are really making
Hold up.
history right now.
This is
because
history. They might both sponsor us after this.
Bro,
Y'all
Hey,
ready?
Pepto Bismol, Jack Daniels, if you're
we
listening
got
to
a
us,
Pepto-Bismol,
Please
got
we need a
Jack
fucking
Daniels,
deal.
Pepto and
Please.
Jack.
And a shot.
It's the new
Shot,
wave.
shot.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, that gotta be the nastiest shit of all time. That gotta be fucking disgusting.
That nigga was.
He's sweating right away. He's
This nigga looks stressed.
Yo, this shit's crazy.
Never listening to these niggas again. Actually, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad?
No,
Yo,
because
take another shot?
Jack, Pepto got like a little minty aftertaste to it, so it just tastes like a little honey mint liquor.
Yo, he gonna call out of work tomorrow. Be like, yo,
I
I'm
am
not
not
at
going
work
to work.
tomorrow.
I may not ever show up again.
Yeah, I'm about to say tomorrow or today was his last day.
But yeah, back to the.
Oh shit!
question.
Idiot. What were
Yeah,
you saying,
Kevin,
Kev?
you was getting into something there.
Oh yeah. One of our listeners. Shout out to Sheikah, the homegirl. She
I
wanted to
know
know
a Sheikah.
what do we feel about
I know a Sheikah.
thruples,
Oh,
as in
thruples,
like couples, but it's like 3 partners.
Okay.
So it's 3 people in total. In that
huh? So
motherfucker?
ultimately, what do we feel about people who feel that they are polyamorous and not monogamous?
But
Yes, and as well as the
Ultimately.
But
troubles
is that
come
really
with it.
polyamorous
Yeah, I
when
was
it's
just
a
gonna
thruple?
Yeah, because I was gonna ask.
Kind of, sorta.
Are those 3 people only committed to each other?
True.
Or
Yeah, that's a
are
good- yeah.
they able
Because
to,
then that's considered monogamy.
yeah.
Huh?
Because if they're
Or
only committed to each other.
thronogamy.
Thronogamy? That sounds crazy. Thronogamy
the
sounds
fuck?
fucking crazy.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's
trigonometry,
nuts.
goddamn. Like an
Yeah,
algebra
bro.
class.
Yeah, niggas is. That's all kinds of.
That's
mess.
wild.
Yeah, because
No,
I don't
yeah.
know, because it's like I don't know what's the. It's weird because I've never, like I said, I haven't been in a relationship in a minute, but I don't necessarily see the benefit in that. You know what I mean?
throuple?
Like an actual couple. Like if you don't have a threesome, you know what I mean? That just sounds lit.
Yeah,
You know,
that's-
do it.
Well, that means
But,
they ain't never got to use condoms because they're just having sex with each other. I mean,
Yeah, you know, hey, you know, it's a lot of shit you can figure out in a threesome. I would imagine, but it's an actual couple. Like I don't necessarily understand the benefit of that.
Yeah.
On a somewhat consistent basis, like that's 2 other people you
That's
gotta
true.
like sort of look out for.
didn't
You know what I
Blueface just
mean?
have an issue with that?
Yeah,
He got
like-
robbed. He got robbed by his 2 shorties.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah.
and
You
that's
see,
an
he
extreme
fucked. You
case.
see, he fucked up. He fucked up. He went and got 2 shorties like straight out of like fucking Gardena,
Yeah,
and they went and robbed.
Ooh,
him.
yeah.
Blueface. He went and got 2 girls.
I heard
got-
he cut-
I heard he cut
one
one
from
of them off.
Linwood. He got one from Linwood and one from Gardena.
But let's shout
Ooh.
out to Lou Will though.
Lou had 2 girls.
Lou
Lil
Will.
Will. He only got one now, so it ain't
He
worked
does.
out.
He does.
Ain't what's the name? What's that comedian who's on Snowfall? D-Ray Davis. And he got like 5 girlfriends or something like
He
that.
do.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
no, I think he
surprised. I
does,
saw
yeah.
D. Ray Davis.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sadiq at the Highlight Room on Wednesday nights. It's a real little vibe. I'm talking mint condition. They be going crazy.
Okay.
But I
Highlight room at the
seen-
Dream Hotel.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I seen D. Ray in there with a little shorty. This man looked no older than 32.
Man.
Like keeping himself together.
And he's 50.
And
It's
he on
crazy.
Snowfall.
Oh, he's
Shout out
50?
to that
Yeah,
brother
DJ
D-Ray,
D-Ray's-
bro.
yeah, he's
D-Ray,
50.
holla at
Snowfall.
us, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Shout out to Snowfall.
But yeah, when I was saying about a throuple, like basically she was saying maybe we can touch on, and this is something that I had no idea about. Did y'all know about thruples before I
Oh,
mentioned
yeah,
it?
yeah,
No.
yeah. yeah.
I had no idea that shit was
I
an
didn't
actual
know
thing.
that
No,
I
so,
didn't
yeah,
think
I
it was
know.
an actual thing
That's
either, where
because
all
peop-
parties actually committed.
Yeah,
you know.
people nowadays are getting tired of just ultimately kind of comes back to people feeling that, damn, if I don't get in this throuple, he's just gonna cheat on me anyway.
And you ready? And that's exactly what she said.
Kind of thing,
she said
Being
she
very
wants
insecure.
us to touch on how maybe fear, insecurity, or ownership play a huge role. You know what I'm saying?
In what?
And why people are really against those type of relationships.
Oh, it's a huge thing.
Because like if you really are all committing as a throuple,
Yes.
someone's gonna be more insecure than someone else.
Oh,
Somebody's
absolutely.
not gonna play the game.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I'm on board saying it can't work unless money's involved. That's where I've seen it strive.
That's all I was thinking, honestly, when y'all was mentioning.
Yeah, if you got bread, then that makes it.
If you got bread, you can figure it out.
If you have bread, you can essentially make a lot
Or
of
if
things
you're in
work
the
that normal people
deep
wouldn't.
south
'cause if
and
you-
you was like a pimp. And
Yeah, because if you got money, they're just gonna be there for the money. They're not gonna be there for you. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, that's how it'll work eventually.
But yeah, like you
I
said,
would
to
think-
be in a throuple, you are going to be dealing with, somebody who might become a little bit more jealous than the other. If they're getting
Especially
special
if you're
attention.
dealing with two women. Like if you fucking
True.
one better than the other one's gonna be.
And
tight.
I know for a fact
Yeah.
that there, unless you got, some niggas out there probably who are in a throuple with like, what? Nah, never mind. Let's
Wait,
move on.
hold on.
hold on a minute.
No. I'm
Hold
sure.
the fuck on.
Just take a shot.
You're about to get the
Because I'm pretty
fucking
sure. I
gavel.
think I know what you was gonna say. Take a fucking shot right
About to
now.
get 55 years.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's some niggas out there in throuples
You're gonna be
with one
sharing.
chick.
You're gonna be sharing a
Yeah,
bunk.
and
You're gonna be
like,
sharing a
hold
bunk with
on,
TK.
I'm sure, I'm positive.
Honestly,
Yo, he gonna be bunking with
take
TK. Take a fucking
yeah,
shot.
Take a
Take a
shot,
shot,
but
man,
take a
right
shot,
now.
But even in that
Don't
situation,
you ever in your life.
jealousy. Oh, the Pepto. Wow.
The rest of the Pepto Jack. Jack Pep.
Little
What's that called?
was it a Pap Jack? A Pap Daniels?
A Pap Daniels.
Pat Daniels.
That sounds like a drug dealer from Harlem. Pat Daniels. Pat Daniels. My man got a mink on and he drive a fucking
But you got to use the
Lambo.
B from Desmo, so it's Pat Daniels.
Pat Daniels.
Yeah.
No, man, there are people out there, I'm sure.
It's the season finale, bro. Shout out to everybody that stuck out with us from episode 1,
Yo.
episode 2, episode
Yes.
3. Like, we're on our last episode. We only growing, we rising,
Bro.
But with that being said, it's the season finale, so I'm reckless. I'm in my bag.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Okay.
jumping even further in my relationship bag.
What you
know
doing?
I'm saying? 'Cause I gotta
What
talk
we
to
got?
y'all, some of y'all sisters right now. Like, I love y'all to death, but I really just need to talk to y'all.
Did we talk about fear and insecurity, or did we talk about it, or we just
We're
moved
gonna
on?
jump into there
Okay.
soon. I'm just saying, right?
Okay.
And this is from my own personal experiences, because I got girls that are Asian. I have I'm sorry, let me back
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
I have girls that are friends that are Asian. I have girls that are friends that are black. All ethnicities, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how come you only get flack? You can go out to lunch. I went out to lunch with my coworker from my old job, right? And it's just like the looks you still get, like 'cause she's white, of course.
Yeah.
So the looks you get, you don't even have to be with the shorty. But if you're out, period, in public with a white shorty, it's quiet for you.
Yeah. I mean,
You know?
Yeah, no,
and
I
it's
get
just
it.
like sometimes people, we're not, like, sometimes we can have coworkers. Sometimes people can exist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they just resort to, oh, look at that. Like,
Just
they're
because
in
of
a
the image
relationship.
of it. But the problem of it is the connotation of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, historically, black man with a white woman, if you don't immediately recognize that black man, and even if you do, it's like this could go wrong. There's a situation where this could go wrong. You know what I'm saying? And not even going with what you see in the media. Like, there's personal stories I'm sure we all have with friends or whatever and family in the past, where it's like they might have been with a white chick and then like she did something that they weren't necessarily expecting from themselves because they quote unquote loved her. You know what I mean? But she was looking out for herself or her family, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So I think seeing like a random black dude with a white chick in like a sort of nice area, because we all know Kev's part of the Berkey boys, so Kev makes a decent
Berkey,
amount of bread.
baby!
You know what I'm saying? So
I know my purpose.
it was phone call came with curtains.
How
Nah,
about my baby burger?
there you go. But seeing
Oh, this nigga with the leprechaun tunes.
That's how the beat sounds. I promise you.
What?
But yo, for real, like, I love
seeing you in the area. I'm sure seeing you in the area. You know what I'm saying? The connotation of it
Sure.
is just like, it's just a bad one. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, man, I noticed that the only group of females that have an issue with men dating other people.
We finna get. They finna get it. I'm about to say they're about to get us out of here.
Let's go.
Let's keep it all the way funky.
We're keeping it all the way funky. Say it.
Let's keep it all the way funky.
Say it.
No. Okay. So now you don't agree, right? So what's the other group of women that don't like?
What's the other group of women?
I don't think there's another group of women. I think
then you agree,
women, bro. No. I think there's all group of women complain about their men going
dating other. I agree.
Bro.
I have never seen a Latino woman complain about who a Latino man dates. I've never seen an Asian woman complain about an Asian man.
No.
I have never seen a white woman complain about who a white man dates.
I think a lot of times it has to do with, especially with black women, is that black women historically have always been looked to be the bottom of the barrel when it comes to women. Even though
totally understand.
When you think about how black women's contribution to just culture in general is, most of everything that we love when we talk about women with who look or built a certain way, a lot of it is based on how they assume or how they think all black women look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People go get cosmetic surgeries because they want to look more black or things like that. So I think a lot of times, and I can't speak for black women overall, from just some of my observations, a lot of it has to do with it just kind of reinforcing the idea that black women are always going to be inferior to every other race of women.
Every nigga that gets fly.
So what you're saying is that it's more of an insecurity to them.
So you're saying they're lashing out because it's like
because they feel sure
because it's a deep rooted issue.
Exactly. It's resonating with a memory that you know nothing about, and that's why you get the short end of the stick. Every nigga that gets jiggy and gets fly and is not hood does not date white women. You look like you only like white women, or you only look like you like Spanish
and then that
girls.
whole thing.
Let us say something like that.
Just look at it this way. Look at all the athletes. Well, a majority.
They got us up out of the paint.
A majority of athletes do go after white women.
You're right.
As soon as they hit a certain amount of money,
tax bracket.
Yeah, a certain tax bracket. The first thing they do is go after a white shorty, or they go after an Asian girl.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I commend all of them.
If you see the comments, if you see social media and you see everything else, people in public, it's black women that are complaining about it. Like, yo, if the man wants to date some white woman, wants to marry a white woman, let him do what the fuck he want to do. Like, don't complain about it.
All those southern states,
you could date a white man.
You weren't
go date a white man.
A professional or college athlete. I'm talking about Atlanta,
Texas.
Florida, Texas, all those. If you're not a southern athlete, you probably gonna get some to still fuck with you. But there's some gold digging shorties down there.
That is their purpose.
All their purpose.
That's everyone.
So I want all, and I'm gonna say this right now on the season finale. Come for me. You know what I'm saying? Arrest me. Take my Queen's card. I don't care. Wow. All my niggas down there hooping and balling in them southern states. Fuck them.
That's it. No.
And send them back to their daddies.
You know what?
With a pick.
Growing up, that's how a lot of guys, I'm from the South, and niggas who play sports, that was kind of a way of rebelling. And I said that in the chat a few days ago. Niggas was like, how's that rebelling? It's like, well, historically speaking, you're not supposed to be, So it's like, so I'm not supposed to do that, right? Gotcha.
There's a difference, though. There's a difference between the niggas that I was just saying and the Julius Randles who actually puts a ring on them and then makes it official. And I'm just like,
true.
Because Julius Randle's from Texas, I believe.
Okay. I think so.
And that he should really know what time it is. My brother Cori can attest. It ain't in your nature. You're not bringing no white Southern Belle over for potato salad and steaks. It's quiet.
That's very fucking right. What you got?
What you got, Dave?
Because y'all have actually convinced me that historically speaking, I think everybody here is right. Historically speaking, black women have spoken out against a lot of these, and you know what I mean. And, people going for white women, and it might be because of some sort of deep-rooted issue that they might not have actually gone through.
I think it just is. I mean, because black people we're just born with trauma in this country anyways. So it's just
can we actually touch on how Dave looks like he's actually trying to sneak 2 hot dogs out of a cookout?
Balls, nigga, fuck you.
I got them burgers wrapped up tight.
That's my statement. This nigga saying anything. Go ahead. I don't even got the black no more. If I had the black, I'd
bitch. I keep looking at his mic, thinking it's a plate.
Right, nigga trying to get out of here. Right, nigga trying to get out.
Using motherfucking paper
we gotta
pop filter.
Yo, we gotta fucking improvise.
No, we not.
But what were you finna say? Come on, man. What you got?
I was gonna say.
You from LA? It's a little bit. It's more progressive here when it
I was just gonna say.
From Orange County.
Yeah, fuck off.
I mean, Hemet Dave. Hemet, Hemet. Hemet. It's in the IE.
I was going to amend my statement to say that I think from what I've seen in like the last
That's not a helmet, that's Hemet.
Eat off. Fuck off. Eat a dick. From what I've seen in the last couple of years, I think that mentality is changing. That's
right.
what I say.
Are you serious?
Yeah. From what I've seen in the last couple of years, I don't think they care anymore. I think they are
you
going
think
after
black
white
women?
men, just like you said.
Yeah.
Oh, I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
I don't think they give a flying fuck what black men is doing.
I think
they do because I see it all over Twitter and IG. I think black women are only checking for dark skinned brothers these days. Be honest with you.
That's because they think
they want some big old Black Panther insecure looking nigga. I'm gonna tell you.
That's because they think.
What'd you say?
I said we the last one still going after black women. Y'all niggas done gave up.
Who?
We gave up.
What?
Gave up.
Not my nigga Freeway. Nah, he don't count. But y'all niggas done gave up.
I'm in jail.
No, nigga, I'm shit.
You got dish duty saying that.
I've never given up on black women ever.
Look,
Ever.
all I can say is look, that is what I've observed. That's what I've observed. Now maybe I'm wrong personally, but
You kind of are. But hey, listen to your opinion. It's miseducated.
Yeah, whatever. From what I've personally seen.
Yeah.
Like just like from what y'all niggas have personally seen, I think that mentality, like a lot of black women are moving away from it. Like I don't think a lot of black women
there are.
give a flying fuck.
To Kev's point,
These
there are.
days.
You still will see on Black Twitter and on IG plenty of
Black women hit my DM now.
Yeah, in mine right
bro,
now.
you nah.
But they finna come.
They done with you, bro.
Y'all had fried chicken, but y'all ain't never had Korean
going for
fried
white
chicken.
men.
See, I live in Koreatown. I take you out. You know what I'm saying? After that,
You gonna be
wax
with the
that
Pepto.
ass.
Bro,
After that, you got that Pepto gonna be calling you.
Woo! You gotta know how to cook greens. You don't know how to cook greens. It's quiet.
No, but I think Dave makes a good point. There are a lot of black women who are just like, okay, you niggas don't want to, you ain't checking for us. We're gonna go find other people who are. So I think it's just still, it just really just depends on who you getting your information from. There's still quite a few people who don't fuck with it, and there are quite a few who are like, whatever. I mean, because at the end of the day, you're right. When it comes down to it, if you're in love with someone, you don't fall in love with them because of their innate nationality or ethnicity. Of course not.
And that's another thing. Like people complaining about like, who others fall in love with. Like,
no. Because that's discrimination. If you have an issue with somebody falling in love with a white woman or a white man or an Asian man, Asian woman, Latino, you probably also have an issue with seeing same-sex marriages and couples. You have some.
You may have an issue with
it falls along the same lines.
It falls in line with the same shit. No, you do because you still discriminate.
No, I agree with you. I was just gonna ask real quick. I think Kev had a question, but real quick. I was just gonna ask if you have like does that same logic apply to your friends? If you see your friend in a relationship that you don't think is gonna go well for them, or you don't think that person is right for them, do you apply that same logic where it's like you don't really get involved, or you don't really tell them, or you don't really judge what they're doing?
In the beginning, I'll tell you.
I'm gonna be honest.
In the very beginning, I'll let you know, like, yo, like just be careful.
You should.
Yeah.
Cause
that's my man. So I'm gonna tell him like, yo, this shit don't look good, man. It should move. It's looking funny in the light. You know,
funny style.
Yeah, it should move real funny style. So if you don't listen to me, if you don't listen to me after that, and you continue to do what you're doing, and then you get backstabbed at the end of the day, then
that's on you. Yeah,
none on me.
There's been times, but like I would probably take the backseat role. I wouldn't speak up only because like I would probably say it once. And then I'd be like, okay, this nigga got to learn on his own.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But, like, luckily for me, none of my friends are in no nut-ass relationships.
True.
That's crazy.
True.
I know some niggas in some wild relationships.
I know some, man, look, I've seen it with my own two eyes. I've to say my own two eyes, but my own two eyes, I've seen it. We've all had, been in close proximities with people who are in relationships. It's like, nigga, you're nuts.
You want to know something? The worst kind of relationship I've never had.
What's that?
I've had the cheaters. I've had the clingers. I've had the everything's cool.
Sure.
Like, it just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? I've had every single person but that violent control freak,
you don't want that.
Might smack me in the mouth. I need it.
You want that? That's what you want? You want to get fucked up?
Yes, I'm trying to get fucked up. Like, tell me I can't go out with the boys.
So wait, the next time I fly to New York, come to the Bronx with me.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
You gonna get fucked up in the airport.
They got some low top 13s on.
Yo, they got
in some low top 13s.
They got the low top 13. And they work for TSA. As soon as you land in the airport,
Oh my God.
they wear the all black 13 lows. They're gonna punch you right in the mouth.
What's up, Pa? How you?
Oh, it's over.
Yo, fuck no.
But since we were talking about black women, there's been this one black woman that has been going on an outrage for the last, I think, year, complaining about how much she should get paid and how much she shouldn't get paid, and comparing dollar signs with other people. So the person we're talking about is Miss Hairy Legs Monique.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So
I was going to say Mo to the E to the, but that's Mo.
Yeah. So
You saw that comedy special with them shits was hairy.
yo, son,
That's
them
the
shit look
same
like
one I saw.
mine.
Them shits
Yo,
was nuts. Look like she just finished hooping.
But Monique has been, for the last year, she's been complaining about. She's pretty much going on a press run complaining about her
What
situation
Netflix,
instead of actually making the situation better for herself. All she's been doing is making everything worse for herself.
Yeah, with Monique, what's interesting is she's always been like this. Like this isn't.
That's true.
You
She's
know what I'm
nothing
saying?
to-
Like from jump. This has kind of
That's
been
true.
her MO. Like even
It's just now it's amplified now with social media.
Yeah, because
So,
I
yeah.
was surprised she even won the Oscar when she did because
She was already speaking out then, wasn't she?
yeah,
You
the
know?
whole honestly the whole because what happens when just like
Monique has
listeners-
an Oscar. doesn't
Yes.
she?
yeah, she
From
has
her
Oscar
role
for
in,
09 and
Terrible.
Precious.
For Precious.
Or in 2010 it might have been, but the,
2010, yeah.
the way people usually try to win Oscars is they like lobby. You know what I mean? They'll go to dinners, they'll go to parties, they'll like, you know what I mean? They'll take out ads, like they'll do a whole lot of like
Straight.
Be a
press.
politician.
Shit. Yeah, pretty
Just
much.
about.
Almost
Hollywood, and
almost
just in
essentially.
Hollywood, yeah.
Almost essentially.
Really?
Yeah, that's how they do it. That's how they do it.
That's how you
You got to do a whole lot of
just
ass
like
kissing,
just
bro.
like, just like those 4 year
niggas be
consider-
winning because the shit really be good.
Well, that
Nah,
kind of,
bro,
but
watch
just like the
some-
4 year
That's
consideration shit you see around LA, they're trying to sway
lobbying,
those
yeah.
voters.
Yeah, bro. Watch all 5 nominees in like an acting category one year, and you'll see.
They
It's
out here kissing ass, eating
Shout
ass,
out to
licking
some of
toes.
the next year's winners that we already know. Meryl Streep and Big Little Lies.
Oh, from the Emmys?
But yeah,
Oh, my
absolutely.
God.
Oh yeah, Meryl
She-
is fucking.
the Emmys,
Yeah,
I hate
yeah.
her ass.
Who Meryl?
Yes.
That's
We
the
don't get
point.
into that bag in a sec. But
Who else?
nah.
Who else? Somebody else that's deserving. That's really just in their
Nigga,
bag.
everybody in Snowfall, but niggas don't talk
We gonna get
about that.
nigga.
But shit,
Yeah,
but
we
back
gonna
to
get into that
Monique.
bag.
Yeah, what
Back
you
to
saying,
Monique.
Joe?
But back to
yeah.
Monique, she was,
What was yeah.
what stemmed from it was that she wanted a special from Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix offered her $500,000, and then she started comparing what other people
To other
were
people.
making,
Yeah.
as opposed to what she was getting offered.
True.
So then Charlemagne, who was on her side,
Oh, God.
and he was just asking her questions like,
Leonard.
okay, brother Leonard, he was asking her questions like, okay, how come you don't do it yourself? How come you just doing this? How come you doing that? Now, I don't know if y'all seen it, but now she's like completely against him now.
Yeah,
Right.
Like
I've
she
seen it.
yeah, she
Against Charlemagne?
Yeah, she wanted to, had an interview the other day talking about like just talking mad shit about him.
Yeah, I
Pretty much.
believe
So
it.
she completely like flipped on him. But my whole issue is that her comparing dollar signs with somebody else isn't gonna do her any favors because somebody tweeted some shit and said that Monique is more deserving of a like Netflix special than Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy's getting what, 70 million from Netflix.
I
Some
was
shit?
gonna say you, man.
He's getting
Jesus
70 million
Christ.
from Netflix, some shit for some special. I don't know how long it's gonna be,
But it's also a gimmick. It's also a gimmick. They're basing the 70 million they're giving him off of Delirious and Eddie Murphy Raw. They're basing what he gets off of his past, which isn't fair because it's the same situation for Monique.
Okay, so now let me ask you a
they don't
question.
even know Eddie Murphy can make a Netflix special and bomb and totally not be the same.
so okay, so let me ask you a question now. If Monique had a Netflix special right now, would you watch it?
I would.
After with all the controversy, hell yeah.
I'm
That don't mean it's gonna be
I'm
funny.
watching.
Just because
But it doesn't matter. They want numbers. They want
numbers.
ratings.
I think it'll be humorous.
Okay, so now
That
look at it this way now. Netflix last year, or maybe it could have been 2 years ago, they offered this deal, but she complained about it last year. Netflix offered her 500,000,
And there's no controversy, and it's just that?
If Monique was as sought after as she's marketing herself to be, how come nobody else has offered her another bag?
I'm gonna be honest with you. You're right. I probably maybe would have started it, but if she was just yelling and doing all that nut shit, I would have cut
but
it
you
off.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, if Netflix offered you $500,000,
Right.
because now you have to look at it on a business standpoint.
Right.
You have to look at it on a business standpoint. If
Okay.
they're offering you 500,000, that means that you can either break even, or you could double that up, or you could triple that up, and you can bring that back in. Them offering you 500,000 means that they think that you could possibly bring in $1 million to $2 million.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's a good look. But to Monique, she feels like she could do more than that. But if she feels she could do more than that, how come nobody else has offered that to her?
they're giving
I
her
think it also.
500,000.
I think
They
a lot of
offered
it.
her 500,000.
I think a lot
And
of it has
Beyonce
also
got goddamn how much? $3 million
for what?
for Homecoming.
And wasn't Beyonce?
She got $6 million.
I think it was like. I think it was something.
She got a whole bag. She got a lot of what Monique was pocket change. But this pocket money.
But I got a question for y'all.
What you got?
So having told y'all that Monique's one of the few people to have won an Oscar based on talent alone, because during the campaigning process, she didn't necessarily campaign.
She didn't do any of that.
If I told you, say Meryl Streep that we just talked about,
right?
I think she's a 2-time Oscar winner, if I'm not mistaken.
2 times, yeah.
If you found out she got $500,000 for Big Little Lies, wouldn't you feel like
that's Meryl Streep?
Yeah,
that's what you was.
I mean?
That's
Well, a nigga like me from VA thinks that's amazing, but I'm trying to get my movie bag and understand.
No, I get it.
But no, I'm just making a point.
No, I see the point that you're making, but let's compare resumes.
You're right.
But when you compare,
what was the last thing that Monique did that was entertaining? That was good.
3 Strikes when she was up in that joint.
That was before. That was way before.
First,
but you see what I'm saying? Like, if people comparing Eddie Murphy and her, that Eddie Murphy got $70 million. Look at Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy has 2 Disney movies.
Yeah, he does.
True.
I don't think it's fair to even compare the two.
That Haunted House shit
I think
had way more viewers than them Shaq Comedy All-Star specials.
I don't think it's fair to compare the two, because I do think Monique deserves more money than
I agree.
$500,000. If Netflix won't give it to her, at this point, she's got to be able to find a way to get it. Just because, like, from what I've seen, it's like, if you just go on your own platform, especially at this point, you could probably make the most amount of money you've ever made.
And that's exactly my thing with her is, if nobody else is offering you that money, go do it yourself.
Yeah.
You could go do it yourself, and that's what Charlamagne was asking her.
And
Charlamagne
you know
was
what's
like,
going to help you out and back you? You're an Oscar award winner. It really doesn't matter what you're doing now.
She not even doing shows on fucking Sunset at the Comedy Store, none of that. I see Dane Cook in there. I pass by that all the time. Dane Cook be in there.
But you don't see Wanda Sykes in there. You don't see some more in there. She puts herself at a higher pedestal because she's been here since the 90s and she won an Oscar.
And so has Wanda Sykes.
Still expect her to be on Sunset.
But the other people are staying active. Monique's not active. She's not showing that she wants to do it. She's just going places and be like, "Give me this," and they're like, "Okay, what have you?"
And a lot of it, honestly, to all of the points, a lot of it really has to do with the fact that she is an Academy Award winning actress. That's like, and to win an Oscar is such one of the highest honors.
The main point is that they're not treating her discography, if I'm saying it right, as fairly as the men. But when Netflix offered Dave Chappelle all that money, didn't do nothing. Okay. He may have seen him out in public. He may have saying some funny things in the media, but he did not have no show out.
So now let's compare the hiatuses. Let's compare this. When Dave Chappelle left, from the time he left to the time he got the Netflix special, everyone was asking for Dave Chappelle.
Right.
Every person in this room, I'm pretty sure, was asking what Dave Chappelle
was. Her past isn't strong enough.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But you know what? What's actually interesting about that? They both kind of came up around the same time. They don't necessarily have similar comedy styles, but they're both known for being very outspoken. Like, these are 2 very outspoken people in their own individual ways. I don't think Monique would have ever even had the opportunity to have something like Chappelle Show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anybody would have given her that opportunity, especially something like Comedy Central. And if they did give it to her, I don't know if she would have been able to do it the way that Dave Chappelle did it. Yeah. All that to sort of say, I don't think anybody ever gave her the opportunity to have a pass. So her having this Oscar is kind of like her, like,
wow.
You guys have to take me, like,
seriously, yeah.
I wonder if ideas pop in Dave Chappelle's head often when he's just alone and just like, damn, that would be a funny skit or this. I wonder if he's still creating in his mind. Because you can't,
definitely.
You can't go from doing all that genius shit to just like giving it all up. And I'm sure he has some shit in the archives. And that brings me to my next question. Do you think it could work out, or would you be here for a Chappelle Show
reboot?
Reboot. Kind of like,
Ooh, I don't know, man.
I don't think so.
They tried it with Good Burger. They tried it with all that. They tried it with Keenan and Kel. They tried revamping everything. I just don't see. It'll be funny, but I just don't see how us in our late 20s how it's gonna be entertaining anymore.
And
because when it first started, we were all in our teens.
Yeah,
true.
But I feel like if he brought it back, but it's a more adult and we get it more, I really think that like because those skits, like the stuff they wore in the skits, like you can tell it was the early 2000s.
Yeah, right.
Like, but I'm just saying, like, if he did the shit now and like he's making fun of like real topics, SoundCloud rappers, the president, he do another president skit, and it's I really think Dave Chappelle would just really boost back and everybody loves him again, you know? Or it could go to a way where, damn, this isn't like Samuel Jackson, like. He doesn't have it anymore because people want that raw comedy, and in the stage of the everything right now, could he make those skits where he was talking about the women's breasts and all that shit and like
that it could work against him?
It could, but I think if he was
if it's sketch comedy, when does art separate to real life?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like if he was a newer comedian, it could probably work for him. I think if he was like. If he tried to do some shit like that again today, I don't know if it would.
Well, because it's funny that y'all mentioned that, like, when does life separate from art? Because I don't know if y'all saw the girl that had a comedy show and she kind of poked fun at Triple X.
She did more than poke fun. That was crazy.
So the joke was he had all that cash on him.
Right.
And he went to, like, a motorcycle shop to buy it. And he had all the money in cash. And she said people ran up on him and they killed him. That looks or sounds like it should be a Venmo commercial. Like that money should have just been like Venmo, which I thought, in my weird sense of humor, I thought it was pretty funny. But people
trying to get her out of here.
Yeah, no, people did get her the fuck out of here, and it sucks because she's still young and she's trying to make a mark for herself.
She should have tried something different.
Yeah, she should have tried something different.
In this some era, country singer would have died or some motherfucker.
In this era, like you can't do those jokes.
You can't.
But I personally thought, like, the way that she said it, it was pretty funny because she was, like, really quirky when she said it. Like, it should have been a Venmo commercial.
Right.
Like, could you do that?
I'm going to say some real mature shit.
In 2019, that's not flying. 2019 is not flying.
Yeah, I'm going to say some real mature shit that I really usually wouldn't say, but I'm faded and I'm thinking correctly. We treat our culture and what belongs to us as if basically what white culture tries to shun away from us, you know? So, like, if we're talking about that same thing, of course, I don't think we have the same reaction.
Yeah.
You know? I just don't think so. Like, I think it will be different this time around.
Yeah.
I really think it would. I don't know. What do you think?
Hey, man. Everything is too sensitive now.
I think so. Yeah.
Everything is too sensitive. Like, there's no in between anymore.
Yeah.
There's no in between anymore. It's either it's funny or it's insensitive.
That's it.
Yeah,
there's no.
That's what it is now. It's either it's funny or it's insensitive. Like before, it'll be funny. It could be insensitive, but then in between, you could find like
a gray area.
You could find a little something in between.
Yeah, because I don't necessarily like that joke, but like I can see the humor in it. Like I get it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I can see the humor. I can see why she sat down and wrote that.
Yeah,
there's
like,
a lot
I
of
can
jokes
see
like
why
that,
it's humorous. Like that's actually kind of like
because I'm playing the commercial in my head like a Venmo commercial in my head, and I can see that.
Like the very end, you see the Venmo.
Yeah,
like,
but I can also understand. No, you know what? No, fuck these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah,
why y'all upset?
Yeah, that's to me.
Why y'all upset? It's comedy.
What's nuts to me about this
who's
generation?
mainly complaining about that? What genre? What race?
Yeah,
it's younger kids. It's younger kids that listen to him. It's his fan base. So it's I'm gonna say 14 to like 21-year-olds.
Because do you think they don't get it? Like they're just little punks.
No, it's not that they don't get it. It's just that they grew up sensitive.
Right.
They grew up sensitive.
Yeah, so they grew up in a different
heart.
generation.
You never had to cut grass in your life.
Yeah, that's what
No
they just
heart.
grew up like. You can't.
21.
These are the kind of people that if you say anything to them, any kind of like what you call it when you tell somebody constructive criticism. If you give them anything like that, they think you're hating on them.
Yeah.
These are the kind of people that we're dealing with. So
punk ass
what's
kids.
Nuts about that. Yeah, because like that generation have access to so much
Oh, for
content
sure.
yeah, exactly.
that if somebody tells
If
a
you
joke
go back,
you don't like,
Y'all don't know
Yeah.
about
You know what I mean?
LimeWire?
even
Bear Share?
and then we didn't have a choice
Bear
about what we was
Share.
watching.
7th Street Latinas?
Bruh,
Excuse me.
What?
hold on. I didn't mean to agree with that one.
Whoa. What were you downloading?
Whoa.
My bad.
Wait,
Play
whoa.
that music, bro.
Play the
Why?
music, bro.
Dun,
Wait.
dun, dun. Nah. Wow.
First of all, if y'all would have actually watched 8th Street Latinas, not 7th Street, 8th Street Latinas,
street,
then
right?
I would not be on trial. Y'all would actually be glad.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, honestly. Which is sad. That's why you're in court, bro. Nah. Point I'm trying to make, though, to what you were saying. I think that generation, the biggest problem with that generation is that because of, like, or not even because, like, it's weird because of how much content they have access to. If somebody tells a joke you don't like, just stop listening. Don't go for that person. Don't pay attention to that person.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. We say that, right? But then do you have that same mentality of that girl that was talking about X? Or what if she wouldn't have talked about X? What if she would have just started talking about black jokes and fried chicken and grape Kool-Aid? Would we still just like
I'm
stop listening?
But hold on.
You know what I'm saying? But like, will we take her to the paint? Or will we take your route and be like, yo, just stop listening? And I think it's a double standard where black people were granted the right to really just cut ass on other races. And then other people would just had to take the back seat because of our history. I just think that's how America works.
Hey, you know what? I had this conversation with a friend of mine a couple years ago, saying that we were talking about like black comedians and white comedians, and he was telling me that white comedians aren't necessarily funny, and black people aren't necessarily the funnier people. And I told him that's because black people can afford to make fun of all other races. White people can't make fun of black people.
Yep.
If a white person goes up on stage and does any kind of special, just saying black jokes or making fun of black people, yo, he is done.
Quiet. I don't.
It's not going to be looked at as funny.
One person in the history of white comedians that's allowed to do that, and that's Gary Owen. And his
Gary Owen is cool.
And he actually pays homage. He's never really disrespectful, but he tells the truth.
Black jokes.
True
He's just
shit.
And he has a black wife too.
Yeah, he has a black wife.
Yeah, he has a black wife.
That's where he gets his material
Gary,
from.
baby.
She probably writes the jokes for him.
Yeah,
but
Gary, baby.
Where does it kind of stop being homage, just start being what that girl was doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, where does it stop being like? Because it could even be argued. Like, I don't know Gary.
But I'm gonna be
personally.
honest with you. She knew what she was doing. You know why? Because before that statement, nobody knew what she was. Her PR got in her head. You say this, you'll take a little loss, but way more people will know your name, and I guarantee you, everybody knows that. So now when her Netflix special comes, people.
Oh, she got a Netflix special coming?
No, but let's just be honest. It's coming.
If Shorty had a Netflix special coming up, that's crazy. Just from that joke.
The thing about comedians now that comedians didn't have to worry about before is people filming with their camera.
Yeah,
and people only posting the punchline to the joke or the one joke in your whole 15, 20-minute set. You know what I mean? That might be offensive.
Yeah.
Like, she could have sat there and like gassed up Barack Obama and like Beyonce and like motherfucking Lupita Nyong'o. You know what I mean? Like, she could have
Barry O'Bees.
Barry O'Bees. Like, she could have
Barry O'Bees, baby.
Like, she could have went hard for black people, but they only posted that. And I'm not defending her because I didn't see her whole thing, but I'm just saying that, like, that's one thing she has working against her. So, like what? Even if she did get a Netflix special, her Netflix special could be crazy, and we wouldn't know that.
She fucked up, David. Enough.
But where does it stop? Where does it become you fucked up and stop being what Gary Owen does?
When the cops stop killing black people in the street, we can stop giving white comedians a pass.
Oh.
So why Gary Owen? I'm just asking, why does Gary Owen get one?
Because he actually married a black woman, and
I'm not letting that fly either, though.
I know. No. But Gary Owens has spent decades proving to us.
Because when I think he's been on Def Jam. He's been
around for a while.
And to be honest, Gary Owen has actually spoke out. I'm gonna say this, and I never thought I was gonna say this, but has really done what Michael Rappaport thinks he's doing.
Yo, I can't stand Michael Rappaport.
And for him to be from New York, and when he first started out, I was riding for him. I was like,
Rappaport?
because he has a hall pass, right? But he's really just going overboard. Now he's trying to put comedy into it. He's trying to research his career. When in reality, Gary Owen actually tells true stories. There's a time where he said his wife was at the airport, and they asked her, "Are you sure you're in first class?" And then she was like, yeah, showed her flight and everything. And he called up there and he went the fuck crazy. And everybody praised him because he was riding for his queen, which he should do.
Of course.
But I'm just saying, all of his situations are real situations. He doesn't go there, try to fake the funk, act like he knows about the culture, because all the shit he talks about his daughter's hair being nappy, she's mixed, but his son got the good hair, so they call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really tells true ass stories, whether it's true or not. I would hope they're true.
Yeah.
But opposed to Michael Rappaport just going crazy. But he goes crazy over the culture too.
Yeah.
Like you got to pick a side.
I feel you. I guess the big point I was just trying to make was that because I do agree, Michael Rappaport is a very good example of somebody who's gone overboard. You know what I mean, in terms of like paying homage to the culture, quote unquote.
But his past is keeping him afloat because he had the hall pass with the older crowd
in the 90s,
right?
All the older rappers,
So I was gonna ask, you know what I mean, real quick, everybody.
Yeah.
If you'd seen, other shit from that chick, you know what I'm saying? Like, say you've seen a special or two or like some type of stand up and like you could see like, oh, she's trying to pay homage to the culture. So whatever joke she made about X, like while in out of context it might be in bad taste, like in context it's actually kind of funny or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, she's not like, like, would you think of her differently, or because this is kind of even going back to the Monique shit. You know what I mean? Like, would you think of her differently? Like, will we still be having this conversation about it? Like,
if she said some real offensive shit?
No, if she said the exact same thing, but like you go back in her like other like specials or like other like
and she's stand
up,
and she's bigging up like black culture and shit like that.
It's the exact same shit like Gary O. And you find out like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
If Corey Holcomb, Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams said the same shit, it would still be fucked up, but it would be hilarious.
Okay.
And we wouldn't even be like, damn, like this nigga Cat Williams.
And that's what I'm asking,
like that. But Jimmy said it himself. The content of it was funny. And that's probably the only thing she was thinking about was this is good content because it actually ties together and makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be a funny commercial. But you got people that are grieving over someone they really lost. Let some white comedian come out and say, oh shit, you ever see goddamn Tupac get blasted at the light? That could have been a Smith & Wesson commercial. Niggas would be pissed. Like, I promise.
But if
I would pay to hear that shit. Bro, I would pay to hear that.
I was just gonna say
just because I want to see the outcome.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the outcome.
But the thing is, 96,
and Normandy and Weston, we call this a little 2020
Right, not for real. That's true. Yeah, social media.
So,
it always comes back to that.
Jumping into social media, man. But another one. Oh, a movie came out this week. Two of y'all watched it.
Oh, we did go see that shit.
Y'all watched it?
Movie.
Man,
can we talk about it?
I'm trying to go see that joint, man.
So the movie we're talking about is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It was Quentin Tarantino's 9th film starring Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Didn't Tarantino say he was only going to make 11 movies?
I
thought it was 10.
10? Okay.
So which one is this one?
It's 9.
He has one more. He's making one.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a flex in itself.
That is.
My man came out from the jump and said, yo, I'm only going to do 10 movies in my life.
Hey, honestly,
And
it's all working out for him.
And they're all... Because when you think of Quentin Tarantino films now, because now you're like, oh, that's a Tarantino film.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
When was the
Tarantino.
last Quentin Tarantino film?
What was the last
Hateful
one
Eight.
prior to this? Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, yeah.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, yeah.
Really?
What's Samuel
I saw that. I
Hateful
saw
Eight.
that 75.
So what was before that one? I'm sorry.
Django Unchained.
Django Unchained, yeah.
He did
Django?
Django, right?
Okay.
I like
Django,
Django
yeah,
a lot
Django.
too. I like Django.
I feel like Django and Hateful Eight wasn't that far from each other.
They weren't. They were.
No,
the
Django
years-
was 2012.
Django was 2012?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hateful.
It was
I am
December
so serious.
2012.
Yep. December 2012. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, that was
Hateful Eight
so
was like 2013, 2014. It was somewhere around that.
2017.
Was it 2017?
But I'm
Okay,
saying
yeah,
for
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah, yeah.
discography and for him putting shit out.
Oh,
back
all
to
of his
back like
films
that,
are. Yeah.
That is wild.
It's all spread out, yeah. All has just
But
spread
I
out.
gotta be honest with you guys. Man, I really wish. I mean, hopefully, when you guys see it, you guys let me know what you think. You guys might think I'm wrong. A lot of people do think I'm wrong, actually, from who I've spoken to. I didn't really fuck with the movie. Truthfully, I thought it was. It's
And how come you didn't fuck with it?
It was a long movie. It was pretty slow.
Mileage jumped along.
The plot was very.
There was no
random.
plot really.
There was really no
You
plot.
really, if you see this movie, like if you didn't know the minus, the two main characters, loosely probably based on some real life Hollywood
Yeah.
actors, and that during the actually the film is following the end of the golden age of Hollywood more so than like the actual, during when it is happening.
Okay.
But if you see the film and you'll see that there is a very very like loose plot. If you didn't know the story of Sharon Tate,
Yeah,
if you know who Sharon Tate is, if you didn't already have some understanding of who she was,
you would probably wonder really what the hell is going on in the film.
Absolutely. I actually recommend both of you to go look up Sharon Tate before you watch the film, because the movie's not going to make too much sense if you don't.
Yeah. The cool thing about the film that I really didn't like, I mean, I enjoyed the film. Like, I mean, 2 hours and 48-minute runtime, I believe, something like that.
A long movie.
Feels like it, too.
Yeah.
Pause.
I was thoroughly...
All right.
Well,
okay.
Fucking, the over 2 hours and 48 minutes that I was there, I was entertained the entire time. I wasn't solely entertained because I was watching Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie and Al Pacino's in the film and some other names. Al Pacino made a brief appearance, which I wonder, like, why did Quentin put him on the bill? I feel like Al had called Quentin up, was like, "Yo, you owe me a film," and Quentin just wrote his ass in because. I mean, his part was. It made some sense.
Honestly, maybe his 10th movie's gonna have.
Yeah, bro. I mean, truthfully, it's one of them things I realized with Quentin Tarantino, especially with this film. He just populates his movies with a bunch of, like, name actors. Because even in the fake Leonardo show in the movie, there was a bunch of actors I recognized. I was like, I didn't quite remember where from, but, like, there was a dude that was in Justified. If you ever seen Justified, well, he was in that show. Whatever. So the point is, and not the niggas from the last couple movies, but nah, it was cool. Like, some of the actors the acting was cool.
You just said you hated it.
No. The acting was cool. The writing and plot, and honestly, like, how
the
long
overall general movie.
It was like, by the time I like actually started watching, it was like, oh, this shit is getting kind of good. Like, motherfucker's over, bro.
The climax, which is what most people were waiting on, because the climax.
Shannon Sharp. Whoa.
Goddamn, the climax. Of course, once you get to the point of the film where you obviously could tell that is the climax, then it brings everything. Obvious. It brings everything full circle.
Only thing that happens in the whole movie.
There were some parts in the film that I could tell that Quentin, was just writing his ass off. Like, whenever fucking Brad Pitt went to the ranch. Where now that shit there built some tension that you didn't expect. The shit I was like, yo, I knew this nigga is finna be finna get him out of here, nigga.
I think that was my problem. My biggest problem with the whole movie.
It's crazy.
Looking at all his other movies, it's like there's certain ways, like, he's built better suspense in Inglourious Basterds, like that first scene.
Would you say that, because I mean the general consensus that I've read is Inglourious Basterds is his best film. That's tough because niggas love Pulp Fiction too.
Pulp Fiction, and I really, really do like Jackie Brown. I think that's highly underrated.
See, Jackie Brown is his.
That's what I've never seen.
Jackie Brown is his. Really, that's his weakest film. Like box office performance, box office performance, but just overall film too. It's kind of a weak film.
I like Jackie. I got
the one Robert De Niro in it, and
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier, I like that one a lot. Reservoir Dogs is really good.
I couldn't get into Reservoir Dogs. Do I need to try it again?
I think so.
Django Unchained, of course.
Django Unchained, I like
that. Was really some new age Quentin. I haven't seen none of the Kill Bills. That was him.
Yeah, that was
you gotta see Kill Bills.
You gotta see Kill Bills.
Really.
Apparently, he reached
out
back to
Uma of his films. It's like
to do another one.
Pulp Fiction. What's after Pulp Fiction? You got Inglourious Basterds, I think, or something like that.
Okay, yeah. So first, number one.
Pulp Fiction.
What was his first one?
His first one was Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs, then Pulp Fiction, then Inglourious Basterds.
No, I think it was Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown?
Yeah, Jackie Brown.
Yeah, Jackie Brown.
It was Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, Inglourious Basterds, Hateful. I'm sorry, Django.
Then Django, then Hateful Eight.
Then this.
Then Once Upon a Time.
This motherfucker.
No. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh no.
He wrote it, but it's not his film.
He did two
with Robert Redford. No, I'm not Robert.
No, he did two other ones.
Rodriguez.
But his film, like, were a Quentin Tarantino film.
No.
Yeah,
Death
Proof, and there was another one that they came out together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Death Proof, and there was like a second one that came out that the girl had like a fucking assault rifle as a leg.
Yeah.
Shit.
And she was going through a bar and she was like shooting people up and all that.
That sounds dope.
Yeah.
That sounds lit.
It was like two of the dropped around the same
That's
time.
my least favorite Tarantino movie.
Yeah, those shit came out.
But I think of course, when we talk about Quentin Tarantino films, he really only looks at his films that he directed, that he wrote, that he produced. Ultimately.
So I mean, shout out to him.
So I thought the film was, it was good. Of course, it was a loose plot, but I thought the movie itself, held its own. I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was, of course, being Leonardo DiCaprio, one of the finest actors that we've we've seen in
cool.
in just period, you know, in this generation.
I agree.
I thought that, you know, of course, Brad Pitt, you know, I haven't seen as many Brad Pitt movies as I have with Leo.
I think Brad Pitt's a very overrated actor.
But
honestly he is. But I'll say this: Brad Pitt is like the reason he's so respected is because every once in a while he'll have a movie.
He'll have one of those films.
He's acting.
Y'all are tripping. That last film he was in with that woman that they thought that he was having an affair with on Angelina. Where they were two like allies working together.
I couldn't.
It was a foreign film.
Oh yeah, trash.
That shit was amazing.
I was just gonna say he was pretty decent in this movie. I thought he acted his ass
And
off.
It was almost as good as what's that? Your guy Ben. He was in a movie where he was
Ben McLemore?
Jesus, Ben Affleck.
Oh, Ben Affleck. Yeah, with Gone Girl.
We own the night. No, not
We
we
Run-
own the night. Run the night. What was it based in the back in the day? It was glorious though.
Run, Forrest, Run.
I don't know, but here's the
We
thing
tried to
though.
get that one up.
Fucking, the film was good. Only thing, and then one thing that was also just really weird about the film is that, you know, Tarantino does do this. He will get big names, slap them on in there, you know, and just kind of let the shit just happen. I mean, when you think about a lot of his films, there's always like, you can count on two hands how many A-list actors are probably in the film.
So Quentin Tarantino's like the DJ Khaled of film?
Low key. That's a good fucking comparison. Only thing is, usually Tarantino's films pan out to actually do shit.
Shout out Igor. Shout out Tyler the Creator for giving us Igor.
But,
which, by the way, he had an amazing interview with Funk Master Flex on Hot 97. If you have not watched it, that was one of the best interviews I've watched.
And be
in a very long
open-minded.
time.
I've seen too many people blow that freestyle out of proportion because they're not real Tyler fans.
Also because the internet only posted the two lines that he said.
Exactly.
That was fucking. That was weird.
That nigga was going off.
Yeah, he was going off. He was doing this thing. One of the best interviews I watched in a very long time. So shout out Tyler. Shout out Funk Flex.
But we know, to go back to the film right quick, we know, you know, Hollywood is a very narcissistic industry. Duh.
Right.
Oh my God.
So
Can't wait to be part of Hollywood.
This shit is.
Me neither.
Hey, we close Hollywood. We on your fucking heels. But we already know this, you know, like watching Margot Robbie just dance around the fucking film the whole. She literally danced the whole film.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this right now. Whether you guys like the movie, like, please don't take my word for it. Go into the movie as open-minded as you can, outside of looking up Sharon Tate. I really do recommend looking.
And Roman Polanski and all of
because the movie's not gonna make. I don't think the movie will make any sense
if you look up Sharon Tate and you look up the Manson family, then that's where you're gonna get the bulk of it.
But the best way for you to enjoy this movie is if you only expect a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, because anybody else that you've heard in this movie pretty much only makes like a glorified cameo. Like,
because that's too big of a part. Because Margot Robbie, she's just in there dancing essentially the whole film.
Essentially, she has very
being
few
cute
lines. Very few lines.
But we, like I was saying, Hollywood is a very narcissistic industry, and we just like La La Land. I'm sure that once upon a time, when it comes around the Oscar season, it's gonna probably see quite a few nods. La La Land is one of those other. But hey,
Mr.
Hollywood.
Rogers.
True. No, I'm just saying nods.
Is that gonna come out in time?
It's coming out in November.
It's saying November, but I'm just saying.
Queen is Slim. I got money.
Hold on, so you can put out a movie in November, and then the Oscars could be in March.
Oh, see, no, like the Oscars are in February. What they do is they try to get.
November is usually like the prime month.
November, December. Usually they'll do like a limited run in November.
I thought it had to be out at least like a year. I thought
no.
It has to be out.
Because it be some people with that movie that came out in November with a movie that came out all the way. Like in March, right after the last one.
The year's time frame. You have a year to submit.
Okay.
You do, and you just have to, like, your movie just has to run for a week. So, for instance, there's a movie that we talked about last week, the Walter Myers, the shit with A$AP Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That premiered at last year's Sundance. You know what I mean? But it's coming out this year. So you just have to have a movie, like, be out in a certain city for, like, X amount of time and you're good to go.
This is gonna get some. I was saying it's gonna see nods, even if it doesn't win anything. Hollywood they like to nominate things that are about Hollywood.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
They love to jerk off.
They love to jerk each other off.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a great movie if you like one of them indie white motherfuckers that moved to LA and just think you know every fucking thing and didn't have to fucking cut grass as a child and do chores. But if I'm gonna tell you right the fuck now, if I don't even know the name because I'm a pudding mouth, but if that nigga
Tarantino?
Nah, the two black couples that shot the cop.
Queen and Slim.
Queen and Slim. Now that's gonna be in the same as that category, and I already just based off previews, I already know it's gonna be some shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, man.
Mr. Rogers in there too.
Mr. Rogers.
It's gonna be some shit.
It's probably
It
gonna
would
be
not
Tom
shock me if
3.
that movie don't even get nominated.
And he pointed me in the right direction today, saying that Tom Hanks should have an Oscar. But I'm gonna challenge my brother right back after bigging him up for what movie?
What other movie should Tom Hanks have Oscars for?
Yes.
I mean, he already has 2 Oscars. He has one for Philadelphia, and he has one for Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Philadelphia and Forrest Gump, amazing films.
Yeah.
If you have not seen them,
If we want to talk about other films,
should get one for
brother Will Smith did an amazing job.
Castaway, Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan was really good.
Castaway was hard.
Castaway
was hard.
I personally, and I didn't like The Post that much, but I enjoyed Tom Hanks in The Post.
He was
Didn't
good.
really care about The Post a whole lot. Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep, sure.
I think I love Tom Hanks to death too.
But Mr. Rogers is.
I know it's gonna be a heavy hitter, but I personally,
it's probably gonna be.
It really
Prince.
makes me want to look up what the fuck Mr. Rogers did in real life.
He was just one of those.
Yeah, look into it.
It focuses on his real life in the movie based on the preview, and I'm like, whoa, what?
This nigga just on the train.
Because I really thought it was going to turn out to be like a scary movie, and the whole time the real Mr. Rogers was wilding out.
What?
I don't know what this nigga thinks about Mr. Rogers.
That shit looked like it was about to be scary. What if that nigga was really murking niggas? Like, that would have been a perfect movie with his cardigan on.
See, if you want to see that, Queen is Slim, bro.
But they just had to make him. They just had to make him a philanthropist, and just I ended up almost crying.
They just had to make him like he wasn't already that.
Queen is Slim with Daniel Kaluuya, and I can't think of the young lady's name. Like Jimmy said,
she know how to squeeze that trigger though.
What'd you say, Jimmy?
It wouldn't shock me if none of the listeners have even seen the previews to Queen and Slim. Go do it. Go look it up. Queen and Slim comes out in November. It wouldn't shock me if it's not even nominated, man. The movie's pretty much it's based on a guy killing a cop in self-defense. So
you know what?
It wouldn't.
Go look and see it. If you haven't seen it, I'll be honest.
I have no doubt that it's going to be good, but it would not shock me if it does not get nominated because we know white people.
And who's the director on that? If y'all don't mind,
who's the director for Queen and Slim?
Ava.
She did
Isn't it Ava?
No.
My bad. The other
Lena Waithe did the screenplay.
Lena Waithe.
I think Lena did the screenplay.
Lena Waithe did
She's a screenplay.
No, it's a first-time director though.
Yeah,
that's what I do know. But Lena Waithe did the screenplay.
Who's the director and
directed by Melina Matsoukas.
But she did something else. She did like some music videos, right?
And she did. She did Beyonce's Formation.
Yeah, because this is her debut in directing.
Everybody.
So that's why I think, and you know what? One big thing that you guys are forgetting about this film that's coming out,
Queen and Slim. Okay.
Is they have something writing for them that not too many other movies going into this next Oscar season have writing for them. They have Daniel Kaluuya.
True.
Now, Daniel Kaluuya has been in 2 films in the last 2 years that came out in February, a month that films aren't normally nominated for Best Picture, let alone even an acting Oscar.
Yeah, because it's only been out for a couple days.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, or it's the next year on. So it's been out for a full year.
Oh, yeah, for a full year.
So it's been out for way longer than some films that are coming out in November.
Right.
Daniel Kaluuya has been in 2 Best Picture nominees that came out in February in the last 2 years. One of which he was nominated for Best Actor. You know
what was Get Out, right?
Get Out,
and then Black Panther.
And then Black Panther.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That he played both prominent roles in.
Yeah.
So moving into the Oscar season, Queen and Slim automatically kind of becomes some sort of favorite just on that.
Because it comes out in November.
Just because now he has a better chance. You know
what
I'm saying?
I thought Jason Peele did Black Panther.
Jordan Peele.
Ryan Coogler.
Yeah,
Ryan Coogler did Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought Jordan Peele did Get Out.
They did. He did.
So why would you mention the other?
But Daniel Kaluuya started it.
He's the main actor.
Oh, you're saying he did those as in like acting wise.
Yeah,
okay, got it.
This nigga is faded.
I'm faded. I'm sorry.
Faded.
So
we snuck out of our little relationship bag. You lucky, because I was ready to get ratchet.
Nah, but all that to say, like, I really have a lot of confidence in. I tend to have a lot of confidence in a lot of movies, but I have a lot of confidence in that. And then one big other factor, despite however you feel it might fare at box office or critically, etc.
Come on.
Lately, we've seen that's not been the case. Bohemian Rhapsody was critically panned, but it was nominated for Best Picture. And
Rami Malek won the fucking
Best Actor. He won Best Actor. Training Day did not do well in the box office.
Nope.
Denzel won Best Actor, and that was still nominated.
Wow,
Yeah.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
I remember my parents with my grandparents going to see that, and I had to stay at the house with my older cousins while they went to see that.
Historically speaking, a lot of the Academy Award women or nominated films, they don't all do too well. That's why they were trying to create that consolation prize.
Yeah.
Even though I think they've kind of like not really. It's not like they discontinued the category, hasn't even started, but I think they were trying to, table it.
Reapproach it.
Yeah. And they were going to do it for films that or like popular films, the box office, the blockbuster films, because they know a lot of the Academy Awards films, not all of them, but a lot of them, they don't usually fare too well in the box office. Also because they have, like Dave said, they have a limited run. They're not out long enough to do well in the box office, quite honestly, some of them. But then you'll have those films that you would assume would do better in the box office that don't, but then they still get the nod.
They do. And you know what? As good as Training Day was and as good as a lot of these films are, like, it says a lot about a film, and it's the same thing, sometimes about music. That if it doesn't do well in the box office, but something else does, and like everybody loves it, but this one everybody's divisive. But you tell me this is a good film versus something that's beloved. Like I've seen a lot of complaints about Black Panther being nominated for Best Picture, and even like Get Out when it was nominated. Like, you know what I mean? And like to me, it was like,
well, why wouldn't it be?
Have y'all seen Blindside? Y'all remember Blindside?
Yeah. No, the movie with Sandra Bullock?
Sandra
Bullock could have got the whole D, nothing but the D.
Bro, I guess that was the best thing about the movie, bro. That movie was ass, bro. I'm sorry.
And
are
you
nuts?
Bro,
that was Sandy Bullock's, she won the
lovely.
She won, and I guess it was cool, but like, come on, bro. Let's be honest. Like, and I'm saying, if you fuck with the movie, cool, but like, that's not like a great movie. That's not a phenomenal.
Bro, that was a tearjerker.
To you, maybe.
I'm gonna be honest. If John Q is right here, The Blind Side was right there as far as tearjerkers. But she just lost her man in real life. Niggas running it up, fatbus.com, cheating on her everywhere.
It's crazy now. This nigga said tearjerker. Now I can only think of one thing when you say tearjerker.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, all I was saying was that there's been a lot of
the tears and the jerkins.
There's been a lot.
He's using tears as jerkins.
Ooh,
there's been a lot of mediocre
oh my god,
films nominated for Oscars. Why can't we have some of that?
Yo, what if they had a special Jergens that came out and had tears in it? It's like a special tear edition.
Bro.
It's gonna be a lot of crying. You get a lot of heartbroken motherfuckers.
Special tear.
Heartbroken motherfuckers to just cry all day.
Special tear edition of lotion.
Just pay him all
that
day.
Is
just put on the Confessions album and have Jermaine Dupri listen to it.
You cried to the Confessions album?
Not me. I said put it to Jermaine.
Speaking of Jermaine Dupri.
Anybody here cry to the Confessions album?
No, not at all.
No, I don't think I cried. Oh, you know what? Burn almost got me there.
Yeah,
because I was in middle school, and that almost had me in my non-existent phone.
That's when the shorty fucking broke up with me through email. It was quiet.
Woo.
Yo, getting broken up through email gotta be depressing.
That's depressing, bro.
Yo, was it anything
or to get
else?
broken up, or just
especially when you're too young to get like sex. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, was there anything else y'all wanted to get into, man, before we get the fuck out of here?
I heard something about Jermaine Dupri real quick. If y'all
did you want to talk about Jermaine Dupri?
I mean, we could touch on it real quick, and then
what about? We spoke about him last episode.
We did.
Yeah, we spoke about Jermaine last episode.
Looks like we're gonna save all the juicy stuff for season 2.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? Hold on. Shout out Lil Nas X. We do believe in you.
Yes. Shout out Lil Nas X.
We believe in you.
17 weeks.
17
Shout out
weeks.
to Freeway putting me on Lil Nas X.
In
You
December.
go. I'll put y'all on.
But
17 weeks in a row now.
While we're on that, I did see a question floating around on the internet, on the social medias, and all of that other shit. Does streaming make me is it easier for songs and albums to be successful during the streaming era versus the non-streaming era?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. I remember
going
running to Target,
Yes.
Couldn't go to Walmart because they never had the explicit version.
I know, man.
Or was it Target?
No, it was Walmart. Because I remember
Walmart, right?
I remember I stole a Big Timers album from Walmart. Didn't have no parental advisory tag. I was hot.
Yeah, so it's just like when you go to the store the day it comes out, and it's right there on the shelf. Boom! Like
right
that. It was an experience.
Yeah.
Because you wasn't just getting the music, you was getting the case.
So
you was getting the booklet. You was getting everything.
The album art.
You was getting now it's just like people use it so loosely. Like you're considered not to really be a music head if you listen to mainstream. Music has gotten so underground nowadays that like the most intricate or best people are not even known. So and that's how people go about things. It's
so
crazy.
to also go in on that, do you think it's fair for Billboard or whoever the fuck people, whoever wants to monitor this shit, for them to really compare streaming sales records to like whenever artists in the 80s and 90s niggas was out there selling albums out their trunks,
of course not.
And all of that stuff?
Who told them to be poor?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and that's not even no grimy shit, but like,
but you know
speaking,
what?
Like, why didn't niggas back then? A lot of niggas invested in themselves. Like, I'm not saying every nigga could have invested in themselves. Like, every nigga could have figured it out, but a lot of niggas was pushing whatever they was pushing just to make sure that music could get out the way it get out. So like, and you look at people nowadays, like, I mean, they don't necessarily have to push, but they're doing whatever they can to make sure that music gets out the way it gets out. So like, if you wasn't willing to do whatever it took back then, like, I really don't know what to say.
That's true. I mean, and that's the thing though. I mean, with streaming, of course, it's like, it's okay to to compare. Of course, people are always going to compare, even if the shit doesn't make any logical sense to compare. But streaming is also kind of a slippery slope because it's also easy just to cut that shit off versus when you go and you have to physically go and buy the shit. Like it's just so easy to click on the track. Like, I don't like that shit. Next. I don't like this album. Next. Oh, this album's out. I'm still not gonna listen to that shit.
If you just look at
ad, click of a button, ad.
If you just look at the evolution, if you look at the evolution of how music is consumed. Like, it's way easier now, so that's why it's easier for sales to look the way that they look. Yeah. Even though there has been a slight drop on sales, like especially considering that some albums back, especially in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, albums would drop and they'll hit like 700,000 first week. That's rare now.
Niggas is going diamond.
No, for real.
It's rare now for you to sell that much in the first week. Now, in the first week, if you do 200,000, it's like, yo, that's incredible now. But I just think that. People just love to complain about what's being listened with the mainstream and the underground. Like, if all you hear, if all you listen to is the radio and all you complain about is radio music,
Stop listening to radio.
Stop listening to the radio. Stop listening to shit that people listen to in the club. Stop listening to shit in your car. You have the internet at your disposal. If you're still stuck on the 90s boom bap shit, you're still stuck on that. You're still stuck on the soulful rap or whatever backpack, all that shit. If you're still stuck on all that shit, then
go listen, nigga.
Go do your Googles, find it on the internet.
Do your Googles.
Yeah, the same artists that were doing it, the same artist that was doing it in the mid 2000s and in 2010, 11, 12 around there, they're still doing it. You just have to find it. You gotta type it in the search engine and the streaming platforms that you use, and you'll be able to find them.
Fucking right.
Like, back then, you had the 8-tracks, you had cassettes, you had the vinyls, you had the CDs. You were forced to listen
to whatever was on the
radio. You was forced to listen to that. Now you don't have to do that. So the fact that people are still going around complaining about what's being played and who's selling what and who's doing this and who's doing that, like, I don't hear. You know what, man? To be real with y'all, I don't hear artists complain about what they sell first week.
Not anymore.
Like example, let's say, let me give you all a name. Joel Ortiz, for example. Joel Ortiz. I think he has 2 albums this year. He dropped 2 albums this year so far. And I don't hear a peep from him complaining about not being played on the radio.
Right.
But then people that like his music, that aren't even listening to his music, they're listening to shit on the radio, they're complaining about why he's not being on the radio.
Why he's not on the radio.
If he's not complaining about it, why are you complaining about it?
Yeah.
You go listen to his music and you get them
make it popular enough to get airplay.
You put your people on. You send it to people like, yo, check this shit out. You check this out. Like, it's the music now is a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
True.
It's a gift and a curse now, but people are. It's now the era that we're in. People want to complain and people want to be sensitive about shit.
Exactly. They want an opinion.
Just go do your go do your Googles, find the people you want to listen to, and shut the fuck up.
Yo, fucking right.
Yo, because I seen somebody, they tweet. I wish I could remember who it was, but they had tweeted something along the lines of that like perfectly brings up what you're talking about. And it was, if you bring up Rhapsody only when you're talking about like other female rappers like Cardi B or whatever, or like Nicki Minaj, then you're just as bad as the people that don't talk. Because like Rhapsody's not gonna become a bigger rapper by doing shit like that. You know what I mean?
That's just as bad as white people saying shit like, "Oh, well, I have black friends, so I'm not racist."
Bro,
it's kind of what
like,
it's
oh yeah, I listen to female rappers, but I don't listen to Cardi B. I listen to Rhapsody. It's like, oh, like, so what was the point of saying that?
Why did you bring it up?
Like, you listen to Rhapsody.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's
I'm
the
thinking y'all
shit?
talking about the real Rhapsody, like the actual goddamn streaming shit from the early 2000s.
We're talking about streams, so that is.
Faded.
But before we hang it up for the evening, fellas, I mean, you know,
Shout out Rhapsody.
Shout out Rhapsody, but I do have a Tinder story from old Nathaniel.
Oh my god.
Scoundrel University.
That's you.
University alum.
This nigga graduated cum laude. Cum laude.
Who was Nathaniel again?
Oh, cum laude Nathaniel.
Who was Nathaniel again?
Yo, Nathaniel had the dog and the chick from Walmart, and Nathaniel
He
is
the nigga that was getting his ass licked by a dog.
Nathaniel. That's how they used to say it. That's how they say it back home. They don't say Nathaniel. They say Nathaniel. But anywho, yeah, Nathaniel sent us something in, man. Y'all want me to read it or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Throw it in there. Throw it in there. The last one of the season.
So this is the last one for the season, and you listeners out there did say that you love the sleazy Tinder stories. They said, no, we need to hear them shits more. And shout out to, you know, those who were gonna write in but they didn't, and they're gonna write in for next season. We need more sleazy stories. Send them in, because me and Kev be collecting a lot of our own, and we don't want to just be on here telling all our shit. We want to read your stuff.
Exactly.
So here we go. This is from Nathaniel. So he's like, for the record, I do have a lot of success stories, y'all. He's like, you know, smashing past stories, but no one really wants to hear those. So here goes another crazy one. So I matched with this eccentric black chick from Tinder.
You called her eccentric?
Eccentric, yeah.
He already lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
He lost.
He's like,
Where do you learn that at? 'Cause I don't remember that one.
He's like,
She was real eccentric.
her style was very different from women that I normally meet in the city, which attracted me to want to get to know her, and of course, you know, smash in the process. Shout out Nathaniel. She told me she had a lingerie party going on that night, so I suggested that we meet up at a bar or something before she went to the party. We agreed to meet up at Pluckers, and Pluckers is like a restaurant that you probably wouldn't see here. I know a few Pluckers. And Pluckers is like a sports bar also.
Oh, that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, the way you said I knew a few.
I know a few. Hey, Pluckers and Cluckers. Y'all know the word. Y'all know what Cluckers are, right? Oof.
Chicken heads?
I think they also coke heads too.
Like, I know.
Man, you from Hemet. So he's like, you know, we agreed to meet up at Pluckers for some wings and some drinks. Of course, I played my role like I was supposed to, you know, be really interested in the topics, when ultimately I was only after one thing. We departed, but continued to text throughout the night, and around 12ish, she hit me with the "I'm so drunk" text. In other words, she wanted to come over and see if she can get that work. I told her to slide through, I told her to slide through when she left, and when she arrived, I noticed that she still had on the lingerie from the party underneath her jacket and some pajama pants. Okay. So we got in the room, and she's still on this "I'm tipsy" roll, but started taking off all her clothes. She took off her jacket, but when she removed her pajama pants, I noticed kind of a spoiled aroma in the room. Oh shit. He was like, I stay on the 3rd floor, and I keep my bedroom window open, so I thought I was tripping, and I thought I was smelling something outside. So I closed the window and went to my drawer to get a couple of incense so I can light them. Big mistake, because when I closed the window, it only amplified the smell. Ooh. So she had some rancid pussy. You niggas ain't never had no rancid pussy, has you?
Hell no.
No, thank God.
Sheesh.
No.
Jesus Christ.
And he stayed there?
We gonna get to
He
it.
needs to be arrested.
So he's like, I'm at this point, I'm pretty much knowing that it's her ass smelling like that.
Oh my God.
And I was starting to get mad at this motherfucker coming over here smelling like this. And also, why the hell none of her friends at the lingerie party had the decency to tell her how tart her pussy was. So I'm hot, but at the same time, giving her the benefit of the doubt. Be giving her the benefit of the doubt, like maybe she didn't know she was smelling like this. So I tested her. I started kissing on her neck, and I eased my hand between her thighs, and I slid my middle finger on her pussy. And I brought it out and put my middle finger on her bottom lip.
What?
So he was like, so this chick turned her head up because she didn't want to smell it. At that point, she had to immediately leave. But am I wrong for not at least? This is the question. He's like, am I wrong for at least not trying to take one for the team and still hit the pussy, or did I do the right thing by throwing her ass out?
You did the right thing.
Listen,
you did the right thing. You don't know why that smells like that.
Nathaniel, listen.
The fact
that he walked into that establishment and stayed in there after smelling that.
She came to his place.
I would leave my own house. I'm leaving my own house. If Shorty come over to the crib and she smell like that to my own crib, I'm leaving her the keys. I'm leaving her the fucking lease and everything. Like, yo, this is your place now. You can't wash this out. You can't wash the smell out. No, Nathaniel,
I'm not getting
you're
my
nasty.
deposit back, so you try.
Yes. My deposit doesn't mean anything.
See, the thing is, Nathaniel clearly did the right thing. He put her ass out. But he was wondering, should he had done it anyways, because he was like, I was hot. She came over here. Her pussy was smelling, but I still wanted to hit because she was fine. Was I wrong for not at least trying to hit?
She had halitosis at a pussy.
That's a night you can go to the Baptist church, right?
Hey, fatbutts.com, Baptist Church. Jesus will make an attendance. Jesus will be there. Jesus gave us fat butts.
The 10 Commandments are coming soon from fatbutts.com.
So, Nathaniel, bro, you did the right thing. You didn't hit the pussy. You didn't eat it, but you did still slide your finger in it. Oh,
Nathaniel, don't ever shake none of our hands.
Woo, Nathaniel.
Nice knowing you, Nathaniel. Won't be here for seasons.
Nathaniel, you are, he from Scoundrel University. He's already graduated from Scoundrel University, ladies and gentlemen, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Scoundrel U.
But, yeah.
Shout out to everybody.
So,
He's a notable alum.
Us, man.
Ladies, wash your pussy. Men, I would say wash your dicks, because obviously that's what you should do. You should do both.
Please.
So, clean after
everybody just fucking take a shower.
Take a shower.
And wash
Everybody
your
take a shower.
Wash your legs. Well, hold on now.
Please wash your legs. The Pepto-Bismol bottle, just fucking drop it.
Which means it is time.
It is time to slide.
So, this was our finale of season 1.
There you go.
Shout out to everybody that listened to us on Apple. Shout out to everybody listening to us on Spotify. Shout out to the criminals on Google Play.
Yep.
Shit.
Monitor All Stars.
Yeah, the Ankle Monitor All Stars.
Ankle Monitor All Stars.
Yeah, we fuck with y'all real heavy. The unlaced low black Air Force Brigade.
Niggas just come out. They just take the shoe right out the box and slide it on. They don't even try to relace it.
I fuck with y'all, man. Who else do we got to give a shout out to?
Just all of the scammers out there.
Shout out to the scammers out there.
Scammers and the robbers. We believe in you.
Shout out to the people that aren't paying. Shout out to the people that aren't paying for subscriptions on Apple or Spotify, but listen to us on other people's phones. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all. Everybody streaming. Shout out to the Uber drivers.
Shout out to the Uber drivers.
Shout out to the Uber drivers.
Kev, you got some shout outs?
I put on and Dave has put on.
That I put on, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Kev, what you got?
Shout out to our fucking sponsors, man. Shout out to Jack Daniels.
Yes.
Shout out to Duce.
JD.
Shout out to Hennessy.
Shout out to Rock Nation, because, obviously.
Mad Dog.
Shout out to
MD 2020. Shout out to Shad Moss Do-Rags.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to
Swisher Sweet Cigarillos.
The Pepto.
Absolutely.
Better
Shout out to
Sound
Pepto-Bismol,
Studios,
sponsor.
man. I'm telling y'all better get with it to get lost.
Knife.
Shout out,
Yes.
Shout out Knife. Shout out Better Sounds.
Shout out to everybody that on social media participate with all our shit and fuck with us and
Look
continue
out
to
for
listen.
season 2.
Yeah, look out for season 2. We're gonna take a small hiatus.
Let's go.
And y'all, I want to shout out somebody else.
Who?
I want to shout out all my niggas on this show. You know what I mean? Because we did the damn thing.
We believe
go.
in you.
Yes.
Did the damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
You already know 10 strong. 10 strong
10
episodes.
strong. I know they want us to be humble.
10 plus with
10
the
plus
second parts and shit. No bonus, you know.
Etc. But I want to shout out my niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this
yeah,
went
yeah.
from a very kernel of an idea to an actual conception of
like
a thing.
a real
You know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Really,
Like, we
really.
did-
All Instagram posts, and we all got together, got to meet some
And
real nice
getting,
guys.
and
man.
we only getting started, man. So
Let's go.
just thank you to everybody that fuck with us. That
The Illuminati, we know y'all gonna be knocking at the door
There it
soon.
the Illuminati already have reached out to us, and
They
we
have already
politely
reached out,
declined.
you know.
But
declined.
we put them on pause.
We just
in
on
case.
pause. We not
we
out
put
the
them on
game.
pause.
When that price goes up.
Yeah.
Hey.
That price go up.
When that price go up, a few of y'all might come up missing.
Don't look at me, man. That nigga. Why you gotta look at Jimmy, bro? Why Jimmy ain't coming up missing?
Niggas
bro?
gonna come up missing. It's gonna be the Jimmy and Cori show.
Yo, but real shit.
Crazy season finale.
Thank y'all. This is the season finale of season 1.
Shout out to the niggas wearing fake gold out there.
Yeah,
niggas.
shout out to the fake gold.
Shout out to the niggas and all that. Goddamn.
Out.
All right.
Woo,
Thank you.
Up. We done.
Shout out to not wearing no condoms either.